Uh, uh. I said, Donna, Donna. I said, BBL, Drizzy. Don't even know how I want to start this pod yet. I think I do. I think I can. Oh, yeah, I can get right into the music. I do want to start this week's episode off talking about Rich Homie Quan. And I'm not going to lie, rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan. And one of the probably the saddest things I saw this week was his DJ. His DJ was on the internet and he was sitting here saying, stop blaming it on his girlfriend or stop blaming it on his brother or whoever else in the family, because he was saying just maybe a couple of days before Rich Homie's passing that Rich Homie was telling him, you're like, dog, I'm probably never really going to be able to get back to where I was until I pass away. Like, people aren't going to praise me, give me the acknowledgement that I deserve, or which the ones that I used to have, until I pass away. So the crazy thing is, listening to his new project, and I was kind of like, I felt bad because it's like, and of course, I'm sure people you don't know, Rich Homie did pass away from an overdose. I think they said it was like mixed with a few different drugs that may have helped with the overdose. And again, like I said, rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan. But the sad thing to me, even that whole statement of just one where he was saying like it was the fans, not necessarily, and it may not be the fans, it may be the trolls. And we talk about this all the time on here on social media. But the DJ was like, one of the things that was upsetting Rich Homie the most was every time he would post something, people be in his comment section with the rat emojis or whatever the case may be, realistically. And Rich Homie ain't never even told nobody. He never took the stand or whatever the case may be. But that was getting the best of him, especially because it was getting overlooked from the music. And then he just put out a new project on Friday. And the sad thing about it is, listening to that project made me kind of be like, damn, it's like, dog, you would have got back. Even it's his song, it's called Wanna Quan, and was basically like him kind of throwing shots at Gunna, and not necessarily throwing shots at Gunna, but kind of allowing people to remember, hey, I came up with this sound first. I waved in this sound, and that's why that sound is so easy for y'all to digest. That's why that sound went so easy when you heard it with Thug, because me and Thug already did this. I already sit here and done this before, so this is not something brand new. Like, let's not act weird. And that song to me was fire, and I was like, dang, y'all, if you could have, I don't, because it's like it's weird, because when people overdose, it kind of make you sometimes, of course, question a little bit. Was it actually just an overdose, or did you do it kind of like on purpose because maybe you was fighting some depressions? And then let's be clear, and from the way it seems like the wording that the DJ was using, it sound like Rich Homie was kind of really fighting a lot of depressions. But I'm like, dog, if you could have literally just waited until this project came out, because bro, this project, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's hard. It may be one of his best bodies of work he put out in a long time. And it's just so sad that he's not even going to be able to get to reap the benefits of this music. And the thing that kind of blow me a little bit, it kind of make me be like, damn, Quan put out music and leading up into the last couple of years, but I'm like, damn, why he never really got, even just like today, if you go on Apple Music, it's literally right here on the front page, boom, it's right next to the new, it's, matter of fact, on my joint, it's right before the new T Grizzly. So it's like literally you want to look out for new albums that came out this Friday, the Rich Homie joint right there, boom, in your face, easy to find. And it's like, damn, sometimes it just blow you, because it's like, hey, did he have to pass away for him to actually be able to get this type of recognition? And like I said, to me, my favorite two songs off of this project is the Where You Been, Quan, and featuring Quick Trip. And Quick Trip is one of Bankroll Fresh homeboys. Rest in peace to Bankroll Fresh. And then what was and of course the Wanna Quan. That too. And let's be clear, he came in, I like the intro, even using like some clips from people in the hip hop space talking. Like, I think he even had a clip of like Charlamagne giving him Donkey of the Day. He had different clips, I believe, like some shootout that he was involved in, or his crew was involved in it, like leaving some strip club. He had different little clips that he was playing in the intro. And that the sad thing is, the saddest song on it was Another Morning, and that's number 2. And that song is kind of just like knowing the fact that he passed, because the hook is like somebody else didn't wake up today. And it's just so crazy. And it just be like, dog, you never know what people's going through. And that's, I guess, one of the things where it's like, celebrate people, give them their flowers while they can actually smell them. But it was just like, dang, this Rich Homie Jones was on point. And I kind of just, it made me really be like, if he had something to do with his own demise, it's like, dog, you could have just gave yourself a couple more weeks and you would have actually allowed people to champion you the way you properly needed to be placed up. Because I honestly think, like, I see people reaching for, like, and I do, I mean, I pay attention because you can see blogs is actually into the hip hop space. They didn't they just put YSL as a, like, so whoever YSL members, because Future did have a line on there talking about people, testifying, taking a stand on Young Thug, whatever the case may be. They deserve to die, whatever the case may be. But this Rich Homie Quan joke kind of like shooting at Gunna. I felt like if Rich Homie was still alive, that stir up for him would have been better, because people would have started to compare their careers and started to be able to put up song versus song, and that could have kind of helped elevate him and get him back into the conversation. It's like, I almost feel like, again, and I'm not saying he did it to himself, but it's like, damn, you kind of gave up on life too soon. Because that's all you can realistically. That's, like I said, and that's not me trying to like put any type of bad oomph on his name, but I mean, realistically, you talking about an overdose, it's just like, I mean, what you want? I don't want to come on here and be like, say no to drugs, kids. I mean, yeah, say no to drugs, but at the same time, it's like, dang, dog, did you just give up on yourself too soon? You didn't allow your music to actually do what the music's supposed to do, in which it has always done for you. Sometimes, I mean, it just, sometimes you can put out music and it do go on deaf ears, but that can go for anybody. Like, look at somebody like T Grizzly. T Grizzly just put out a project, like, I want to say maybe like, I want to say like maybe 2 months ago, or maybe it might have been a little bit longer, maybe 3 months ago. I really can't remember, but T Grizzly recently, this ain't T Grizzly first project this year. Sometimes every project ain't gonna hit the same way. Or I can use Future for example. Like I told y'all, them first two projects, yeah, they charted on the Billboard, but do I think Future thought that those projects did what he thought it wanted to do? No. So that's my only thing with Rich Homie Quan, is like, dog, I just wish you would have gave yourself the opportunity to allow this music to speak for itself, and actually allow this music to get some real traction, and allow people to sit here, even start that conversation. Because now it's kind of like, I feel like that song cranked that, but people not really going to drag it or really talk about it, because I mean, he passed. So it's kind of just like, I don't necessarily know if it's going to stir up the conversation that it should, because I mean, Gunna never going to respond to it, because I mean, I feel like Gunna got some type of class about himself. So it's like, I'm not going to sit here and throw shots or shade a dead man. So again, like I said, rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan. I just wish he would have actually gave himself a little bit of chance. Real quick before we get into too many topics, so I'm going, of course, like, trying out a new church. I went and I kind of just wanted to shoot past some bail. And the reason why I say that, because I went to this church, and this is a smaller church from the church that I normally go to, that is a mega church. And just that smaller frame, I kind of was looking at how many women was in there, and I was just like, I want to shoot past some bail. And of course, they supposed to have more discipline than the average person, because they are pastor. You supposed to walk in your faith. But I was just looking at how many women was in this congregation, and I'm just like, bro, even it was so funny, because like some of the women who were doing the praise and worship dances, like, of course they had their whatever outfits on while they were doing the dance, but like soon as because this is a smaller church, you can kind of look at everybody in their whole entire building. So after they was finished, they put on their regular clothes, and one of the women, she was like an older woman, but she was thicker than a Snickers. She went and put on like a whole full body, like, jumpsuit. I'm like, bro, she is thick as hell. I could only imagine being a pastor in this church and all of these damn women in here. I'm talking about every woman in there, I felt like had a super tight pencil dress on, from old to young, whatever. It was just like, and I was just even in my mind like, damn, it's so crazy. Like, if you are a single man and you kind of really, I'm not a people's person, so I'm in there and I'm in there super quiet. But if you like one of the people who just walk up and meet people like, hey, how you doing? Like, bro, in the church, it was like literally, let's say if it was 200 people in it, dog, it was 20-1, like no exaggeration. And the 20-1, it might have been like, if you talking about straight men, it might have been like 30-1. Because if it's just sitting here and say if it was 180 women in there, and out of the 20 men, it may have been like 5 straight men. The rest of the men in there probably was gay or super old. So yeah, I was just like, bro, I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my goodness. Like, I just could only imagine, like, no, you got to really be disciplined in your mind as a pastor, because you're sitting on the stage and you can see everything in front of you. And I'm just looking at how many women just in this joint. I'm like, oh my God, though. I was like, phew, I ain't even gonna hold you. Like that church, and it's just so crazy because I'm comparing. I'm like, bro, I've been to bigger churches, and I felt like that smaller atmosphere, you actually just got to. Maybe because it was small, I'm really paying attention, or maybe I felt like that church was a lot maybe just because it was smaller. I don't want to sit here and say it was a lot younger because it was a lot of older women in there too. But even the older women that was in there, like I'm like, damn, they all got the super tight dress on. I'm like, how do I really even focus? Because my eyeballs just all over the place. Like, bro, I'm literally just staring at every woman. They getting up, jumping and running around the church, and I'm like, bro, I can't. I'm supposed to be in here trying to pay attention to the word. I'm in here just looking at ass the whole entire time. I'm just like, bro, this year I need to go to a mega church where I kind of can't see and I can sit far back and really can't make eye contact and eye on ass contact because it was just like all. I just wanted to shoot some passes some bail because I don't necessarily know how they do it or how they get it done. I guess real quick before we get into any other I do kind of want to give myself a round of applause, a pat on the back because I'm damn near spot on right now going into what is this? Well, this is week 4 right here. But by the time y'all hear this, we will be going into week 5.
It's week 5.
Oh, well, this is week 5, and we will be going into week 6 by the time y'all hear my voice. And I just want to sit here and say right now, I'm absolutely looking like a football genius. And of course, let's be clear, the Arizona Cardinals are not on the top of that division, but they did beat the division rivalry favorites, the 49ers, today. And I'm not gonna lie, my boy Kyler Murray looked like Kyler Murray. Whoo! Dad, that boy was picking the thing up with his legs, his arms, however it had to get done. Let's be clear. This was a ugly game. It was a tight game, but he got it done. So I was just happy because I bet with him, and I'm gonna tell you how bad the favors was. I want to say they were 230. Yeah, they were they was a plus 280. So that means they were the underdog. So that was my biggest win of the weekend, picking them. And then, of course, the Ravens was in the shootout, and Lamar, you almost shit the bed, and I damn sure wasn't going. I wouldn't have came on here even starting off and talk about football this early if the Ravens, they pulled that one off. Because that fumble in overtime, Lamar almost literally cost the Ravens the game. But the Cincinnati Bengals kicker, he wet the bed. And the Ravens was not giving him that ball back. He gave it to Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry for the last 4 weeks, because we say week 5, week 1 he kind of didn't do nothing, but like continuously the last 3 weeks, the last 3 games that they have won back to back, and these are the games going into this because of course the Ravens started off 0-2, and people was like, they looking bad. They got the Super Bowl. I mean, well, not the Super Bowl, but the AFC Championship hangover. They not looking like that. Lamar, and all the extra stuff that they're gonna put on Lamar Jackson. But I swear to God, Derrick Henry these last 3 weeks, every game he has had one of them runs that I know every team be like, damn, why did not we sit here and try to, especially the Cowboys, because that's the one he kind of like put the little knife in their back to remind them like, hey, I wanted to go there, but Jerry Jones ain't even reach out to me. So I mean, Derrick Henry ran the ball and literally almost ran it in for a touchdown going into overtime. But that was a shootout game. I'm not here. I can't really sit here and beat your chest too much. But Lamar did have a magnificent breakaway jump. Like he literally, like the ball came out, fumbled it again, picked it back up, literally almost got sacked 2 different times, broke away and threw it for a touchdown. And likely, I'm like, bro, I don't know how this man did it, but Lamar Jackson is absolutely must-see football. I believe they play next weekend. They play the Redskins. That is going to be probably realistically at this point the game of the week. And of course, shout outs to Jalen Daniels, and he got the Redskins again. One of my picks of saying who was going to win that division. And I know I said when I said it at the beginning 4 or 5 weeks ago, and I said that the Redskins got a chance to sit here and be the number 1 in that division. The way they came out, I cannot believe it. I'm still excited about it because Jalen Daniels has put. And that is the difference living in the DMV area. And when we talk about all the other sports, there is a difference between. Like you see, when I'm looking at the timeline on Sunday, especially when the Redskins have a home game, you see a lot of people who actually be at the games. And that's the difference between like a Wizards game and a Redskins game or any of the other sports. It don't matter if it's the Nats, whoever else. It's just a huge difference because everybody be there and they actually be there. Like it's not on just like, I'm not saying people don't go on dates, but it's just a difference between like people go to Redskin games with actual Redskin paraphernalia on. They literally got the gear on. So it's not just like, oh, I'm going to a game just to go to a game. Like, nah, they be going because they real live, really fans. So I think that to me is the best way you can actually get a feel for. And when they win, they win it. So that, and then you actually get them something to cheer for. So they actually really going to be out there in their gear way more. So again, like I said, shout outs to the Redskins, shout outs to the Ravens, shout outs to the Cardinals, especially the Cardinals, because that win, oh my God. It's no way they were supposed to beat, and for them to get a pick to win it. Oh, though I feel so, man. Because y'all, if you have not been listening to this show long enough, I cannot stand Brock Purdy. I hate Brock Purdy. I am a Brock Purdy hater. You could put in whatever Kendrick Lamar said to Drake. You could put that. I hate the way that you walk. I hate the way that you talk. You could put every last one of that in for Brock Purdy. So for him to throw that interception to lose them the game, bro, it was no better feeling. Like, thank you for my Sunday's money. I appreciate you, Brock Purdy. But yeah, that was it. And shout outs to Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is officially starting to kind of come along. He's starting to look better every week. He has kind of got his legs up under him. But realistically, it may be a little too late because Jalen Daniels is just looking official. But so that rookie of the year conversation will be a real conversation the later more we get into the year. But right now, Jalen Daniels is just looking like him. I'm not, and like I said, well, Caleb getting himself together, but we can get into regular topics right now. I did just want to get that little break. Oh yeah, and then shout outs to the New York Liberty. The New York Liberty have made it to the WNBA finals. They did beat the Aces 3-1, so that one is over. And I'm not gonna lie, the WNBA social media teams, not the actual WNBA, but the teams per team, bro, they have some of the most funniest people who ever run their social media jump. They literally had the at the Aces, of course, they won. The Liberty won on the Aces home court, and they took a picture of a pair of Timberlands just sitting in the middle of the Aces logo, and it just had and the caption just said, "Yeah." I said, bro, I don't know who run y'all page, but this shit be funny. But between the elephant and their goddamn social media team, bro, I swear to God, the Liberty be smoking it. So again, shout outs to the Liberty. I still got the Lynx winning the whole thing, but they did lose today. So they got a game. By the time y'all hear this week, they got to play a game 5 against the Connecticut Sun. So we'll see how that one go. What else is going on? Oh yeah, Memphis. Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. Again, rest in peace to Young Dolph, but woo, it's some documents that came out with the actual prices on some of the artists from Paper Route Ahead. The actual number was, hold on, I want to say the numbers verbatim. I want to say it was 50,000. What was it? It was $100,000 on Dolph head, 50,000 on Key Glock head, 50,000 on PRE Woo. I'm not sure who that is. 5K on Big Moochie Grape and 20K on unknown name at this time. But it just says Snoop Bands. I don't know who that is. So that's kind of crazy. Like for that to even be in somebody's paperwork, like this is on court documents. This is in their actual court documents. That one is kind of just, it's just like, damn, dog. It was like that beef was just like, man. It kind of make you, oh man. It make you just, again, like I said last week, it just make you question just listening to rap music, because it's like, and I'm sure, like I said, it may be a lot more deeper than actually what it is, and I don't necessarily know. I guess you can kind of, if you want to say you respect them keeping it off of social media, where it's not like, so nobody kind of really know. It just seemed like, all right, this was just some rap beef that went bad, but just for you to sit here and say, it's 5 people on here. You had a hit out on 5 different people. So that one is coming from 100,000, 50,000, 50,000, 5K to 20K is just like crazy, dog. So it's just like, is it really that deep? And like I said, we won't never know until somebody else come out and tell you the real details behind that beef. But that seems like, to me, reading those numbers off, it seems like that has went past just some rap beef. Like, I can't just sit here and put this on just, hey, it's just some rap beef. Again, like I said, rest in peace to Young Dolph, and rest in peace to everybody else in Memphis who have lost their life behind this beef. Because I don't just, of course, Dolph is the most famous one, but again, rest in peace to Big Jook and Black Youngster Brother and all the other people who have their self attached to this situation, who have probably lost their life behind this one. And I guess it's a little bit more news while we right there. Big 30 did put out a new project, and he kind of went, he shot his shots back at Moneybagg Yo, because Moneybagg Yo did have a song. I forgot the song that was on Moneybagg Yo project, and he kind of, threw a little ball to at Big 30's way. And this was a back and forth. This kind of just like a pointless back and forth at this point in time. And real quick, just because they kind of even go back onto the Rich Homie thing. Well, sometimes when I be like, rappers don't be saying nothing, kind of go back and listen to if you go on that Rich Homie Quan project and listen to the very first 2 songs, you actually can get to hear them. He's saying something, like even that somebody didn't wake up this morning, like even just what he's saying, the actual words of what he's talking about in the song, it just kind of make you be like, damn, he's actually saying something. Because when I listen to somebody like Moneybagg Yo, it's just like, he just be rapping, like you not saying nothing, like you putting songs together, but you ain't saying nothing. So it is like, I think sometimes people be kind of like, what you mean when you saying not saying something? Like, I can't get a story or no takeaway of like what is really going on in your real life, and it's just not hidden behind just the fabricated stuff, like the cars and the chains, and it's just like, all right, bro, everybody got a car and a chain. Like, tell me something else. Like, what's going on in your actual real life? So again, that's why I want to say, like, really go listen to that Rich Homie Quan project. Even if you don't get into the whole junk, go to them very first 2 songs when we talk about somebody actually saying words in their music. And then I guess while we here talking about music, kind of we can kind of lean off of Fashion Nova is out of pocket because they got a BBL Drizzy costume. I think the butt comes separately. Pause, no Diddy. But you can get the clips and I guess the little head thing, and it come with a T-shirt that say "Go Poppy" or something. What did it say on it? I think shampoo. What did it say on this T-shirt? Hold on, let me be exact. Oh, it just say Poppy. So it come with, I believe it come with this hoodie and the clips and the hair. Yeah, and I want to say the butt is sold separately. Again, pause, no Diddy. I guess I really don't want to play this little Drake rant or whatever he was saying in this clip because it was kind of just like dog, like why you talking like this? Like he just sounds soft as hell, like, and he sound like super like he hurt off of this, but I'm gonna play it anyway.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing about nostalgia. One thing about nostalgia this party here. My real friends are definitely in the building. But I'm going to tell you, we're going to come to a point in life where people you thought were friends, or people you thought were close to you, they might switch up, they might try and move funny with you, they might stab you in the back, they might do a lot of things to you. You'll come to that realization, wherever you're at in life, you've probably been there and you'll be there again, that's how life is. But look, sometimes it's you and you alone by yourself. Sometimes it's you alone with your thoughts. Sometimes you know what? Play this on my hand.
So again, that was him just kind of venting in his pocket, and I'm sure realistically, maybe he's still in his mind don't know why a lot of these dudes were shooting at him. Like it's like, of course, on microphone and on the songs you can still have your chest poked out and have your bravado going like you really just in your bag. But it's kind of still just like listening to him say that, it kind of just sound like he kind of defeated, not necessarily saying defeated like he about to stop putting out music, but you could tell that it still got him feeling some type of way on like damn type of like, damn, these niggas really did me dirty. I done helped all these niggas get all these number ones and all these niggas and kind of just like whatever the case may be, just all right. Like it's kind of it. Like I said, I don't necessarily know. I don't like the way he sounded in that video. He just sound like, I mean, he sound hurt. I mean, you cannot tell somebody how to feel, but it just sound kind of like a little bit soft. And while I'm just kind of all over the place real quick, I do want to talk about this. And what is Aaron Hernandez, bro? Oh my God. Shout out to Tim Tebow. Because of course, like you gotta watch this jump because like I said, you don't have to be in football, but if you just really like good TV and it just may be a little bit too much gay for you, but if you can get through the gay stuff, and I mean, if you watch P-Valley, you gotta be able to get through the gay stuff. But dog, I swear to God, man, this nigga Aaron Hernandez was so crazy, bro. It's just insane. But why I say shout out to Tim Tebow, because Tim Tebow was one of those people who was just like, and the crazy thing is, Tim Tebow didn't know what Aaron Hernandez really had going on. Like, he didn't know about the gay stuff. He thought he was just out here sleeping with a bunch of women, and he was just out here wilding at parties, getting into fights and stuff like that, and smoking weed. He didn't even know to what extent how far Aaron Hernandez really was going. So he invited him to church. Like, he sent them, and this is how crazy it just.
That was his quarterback?
Yeah, that was his quarterback. But this is how gay Aaron Hernandez was. He thinking that Tim Tebow was flirting with him because he got like, he is do this whole show. Like, you watch this little weird smile he be giving niggas, it just be so crazy. So realistic. So real quick, I'm gonna talk about it, then I'm gonna go back to elsewhere happened in the jump. So anyway, Tim Tebow was like, he came to practice, and I think and this what made Tim Tebow reach out to him. The coach pulled him out, gave his to another tight end, gave like a play. It was called for Aaron Hernandez, gave it to another tight end, and then Aaron Hernandez, like literally the back end tight end came, caught a play, and Aaron Hernandez just ran on the field, sacked, hit the dude, whatever case may be. So then the coach sent him to the locker room. So coming into the locker room, Tim Tebow talked to him, whatever case may be, and send him to Ed, and like, man, just meet me at this jump, whatever the case may be. So Aaron Hernandez, he's so freaked out, so horny, and so goddamn gay. He thinking that Tim Tebow trying to have him come and pull up and get freaky with him or something. So he had a nigga come into a church, and Tim Tebow at the church preaching. So again, like I said, and Tim Tebow just realized he was really in his preacher bag, like preaching. And I was just like, damn, he kind of just like, this nigga like a dog on the fucking football field, and real live, really in this joint, like a whole real live preacher. So that was kind of tight. But anyway, like I said, going into it, it was just like, Aaron Hernandez just had so many, like, after he went to church that day, he tried to get his life right. So because after church and everybody else leave, Tim Tebow and Aaron Hernandez like have a real conversation, and he was telling him like, and you got to think about at this time they in Florida. Tim Tebow is the man at Florida, so he even telling him like after he just preached or whatever the case may be, and Aaron Hernandez was like, man, how do you not have sex with all these women who be throwing themselves at you? He was like, bro, I still got a left hand. So that made, and then Aaron Hernandez he like you for real? He like, yeah. He like, dog. He's like, God know your thing. Like you trying to fight one demon. You can't fight all of them at the same time. So yeah, I'm not having sex with these women, but nigga, I'm still jacking off because I'm still a human. But I'm still, I'm fighting one sin at a time. So that kind of like turned the light bulb in Aaron Hernandez's head. And he was kind of like, oh, all right, cool. I don't have to be perfect, but I just need to try. And that's what Tim Tebow was like, yeah, just try. So that Aaron Hernandez did for a minute. He went clean. Like this, I think I'm on episode, this may be episode 3 or 4, one of them. And he literally went to his computer and this nigga had, oh my, you talking about a gay porn freak. Man, this nigga had a whole laptop, like, and it was his screen. He popped up on his screen. This literally like just boxes and videos of different dudes kissing and having sex. And I'm like, bro, this nigga is a horny nigga. He deleted all of them, whatever the case may be. But anyway, going back a little bit because I skipped too far ahead. His girlfriend was reading a newspaper, and Aaron Hernandez, and of course, I mean, if y'all watched the Netflix joint, they said, like people were sitting here questioning, saying his wife and baby moms or whatever she was to him was basically just his bid. He was just hiding behind her, whatever the case may be, and really was
she black?
Yeah, she was black. Yeah,
okay.
She black.
That's the one that was in the court.
Yeah, she black. So anyway, she reading the newspaper, and he got scared. She don't know. Of course, nobody know that he gay, but in the newspaper, it was sitting here saying how it was like just students saying how they were seeing people hooking up in the library, and they say they seen a football player, and he was just like, damn, and he was like, for real, like he trying to play it off, but he trying to like, damn, did he get caught? Because as soon as the episode come on, it's a nigga in the bathroom, he pissing, and I think it's another little Spanish dude or something. They both pissing, and they get to looking at each other meet while they pissing, and then the dude then Aaron Hernandez end up taking the dude in the stall, getting some hair from the dude. So he kind of just trying to like I said, he's so loosey goosey with it. So he in his mind, he trying to figure out. Did people, damn, this game ain't never start yet? Oh, they wilding. So he thinking that maybe somebody seen him and he trying to make sure that his name ain't get pulled up or whatever the case may be. So it didn't. Like I said, if you got the stomach for it, because I know some people just can't tolerate it, and that's what you can't. It's cool. If you can't watch it, then don't watch it. But me personally, I would recommend. It's still a good show. Like, if you can get through it the same way people like P Valley was a good show, this Aaron Hernandez joint is still a good show, but it is just very graphic when it comes to the man on man sex stuff. But like I said, it got some funny people. Zeke from Power on there, and I forgot what position he supposed to play on the team, but he on the team as well. What else? It was, like I said, that was it. All right, I would just recommend watching it. Like I said, if you need a new TV show, especially now for everybody who in the Power, and now that that's gone off, I would just recommend it. But I guess real quick before we get into anything else, I cannot believe Kim Kardashian is putting her, and this is how she needed. This is somebody who I know be on the internet too much and just really probably just be scrolling like crazy, because there's nowhere in hell she's putting her face and her name out there trying to help the Menendez brothers get out. I cannot, but listen to what I'm saying. And I get it. I understand everybody still on the limbo of, did their dad really molest them? And I guess some letter came out that everybody was looking at, was sitting here saying, I guess one of the Menendez brothers wrote one of their cousins or whatever the case may be and told them like, oh, how their dad used to molest them or whatever the case may be. I don't care, dog. If you watch, no way in hell y'all telling me you watch this Netflix series and watch how they execute their father, and y'all telling me that you're gonna give them a pass because their dad used to touch them or used to have sex with them, dog. It's no way in hell, bro. They executed and smoked their parents' boots, bro. If you feel like that is enough for the way they did their mom and dad, y'all are different. You are a different type of demon. I listen to it, and maybe I don't feel that type of way or that extreme about it because I have never been touched before. But dog, it's no way in hell you telling me that the way that these two niggas were really, what was it? Was it Eric or Lau? I can't remember which brother it was, but one of them niggas went super crazy, dog. He literally left and went and got another bullet for that shotgun and blew his mom's face off, dog. What the hell are you talking about? There's no way in hell them niggas should be. They should have got the death penalty the first time. There's no way in hell, like, I'm not gonna lie, that joke, even just the way how it went and how the people turned on them because of their lawyer, because the first trial they had, it was a mistrial, and then the second time they was going on trial. And the crazy thing is, this nigga is so stupid. It was Eric, I believe. He was writing. Thought he had him a little girlfriend. He on the phone talking crazy to her, and I'm like, bro, are you that stupid? These phones, one, it's supposed to be recorded anyway. You on the phone with her, so you sitting here thinking whatever you talking about. Why did you? Not the fact that she was recording it herself, but dog, the jail records them too. How are you on the phone talking so reckless? And dog, the girl literally put out a book. And this nigga was screwed. Like, he couldn't even get back on the stage for the second jump. Like, he could literally, they wouldn't even call him to the stand for the second trial. I'm like, this nigga's an idiot, dog. Like, like, them two, it's no way. I cannot believe, when I say and seen that Kim Kardashian was trying to help them get out of jail, I'm like, bro, this can't be real. There's no way you're trying to help them get out of jail. Like, you are a mom. Like, it's no way. I'm talking about, anybody who feel like them two niggas should get out of jail, I swear to God, you don't love your mother and father. Because there's no way in hell you actually love your parents. And you thought that this is okay, dog. There's no way in hell. I couldn't imagine doing that to my parents, dog. I'm talking about, you just got go watch what was that, episode 1 or 2, though. Watch the way they executed their parents, dog. There's no way in hell you watched that and you felt like these niggas didn't deserve the death penalty. I'm just trying to figure out what did Kim Kardashian see. I don't care what letter, what extra information you got or nothing. Dog, these niggas blew their parents away to smithereens. Like, this ain't some, they poisoned them. Like, that might be a little bit more respectable. Dog, this nigga, man, nah, dog. They execution style their mom and dad. Ain't no way in hell you telling me them niggas deserve to be out of jail. No way in hell, dog. It's no way you can make me believe that. What else is going on? I guess this lady, the Jaguar white lady, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. As a content creator, I do get jealous because I be like, with certain shit, I just be like, bro, how do y'all listen to some of this shit? It real live make me question every other thing, because I'm like, bro, it's a lot of people. Like, I be on Twitter, it's like so many people believe this woman. So many people buy into what she is selling and what she is saying. I'm like, dog, y'all can't be serious. This cannot be a real thing. Like, this lady talks so crazy, dog. Like, I don't even know how people watch this shit. Like, people watch her and that Orlando Brown nigga. Y'all brain is just different, dog. My brain I cannot. I try, dog. I try to watch the clips. I see the clips that go viral. I see when everybody talking about certain. I'm like, bro, how do y'all actually get through a whole? I can't even get through 10 minutes of what the fuck she be talking about. She talks so crazy and be going so far left, but she was on Paris Morgan. And I don't even know who Paris Morgan is because he was on the Breakfast Club. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, it be some of these people like this super like gossip stuff. I don't really be into. I'm not really super familiar. But I'm gonna play a clip of what she was saying on this Paris Morgan.
Because for 4 years I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters, and the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately: Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through.
So, and that, like I said, that is the part that kind of make it a little bit crazy, because when she says stuff like that, and it probably because a lot of people just be into the conspiracy theory stuff. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it is not just a young people's thing, because in a few seconds I'm gonna get into how old people, their conspiracy theory shit is just on the news. If it come on the news, they're gonna believe it and they're gonna rush to it. We'll talk about that in a few seconds when we talk about how crazy people was going into the Costco's. But just listening to this Jaguar right lady, I'm like, bro, tell me what about this woman be having y'all buying into it. I get it. Listen to when she listing off those 4 people, it kind of make you like, if I'm already trying to believe that Jay-Z is just some nasty person, okay, her saying what do all of these people got they related, or who are they all? What's the person that they have in common? Okay, now I'm gonna go down this rabbit hole. But I feel like you only gonna go down that rabbit hole if you already feel some type of way about Jay-Z. Like if you're trying to put Jay-Z into some type of nasty box, I feel like that's how you already gonna get there, because you just there already. Like you already there, so you looking for the extra stuff. So it just be like, I don't know how y'all listen to it. Like even the back and forth that she had with Star, I'm like, how did y'all listen to it? And I listened to it, and I'm like, bro, I can't even, like, him just cussing her out and calling her all just types of random names. I'm like, bro, I don't get this. I don't understand what's the infatuation. And I said maybe and I'm just thinking of it like as a content creator. I'm like, maybe I'm missing something that y'all see or y'all hear, that y'all get excited about this. I can't get it. Like maybe I may be just too mature for some of that shit. Like I don't necessarily know what it is or why I can't get into it, but I know a lot of people who get into it. Like a lot of people I follow on all social media platforms really be into just that, even into the Jaguar Right lady. Like she been a thing on TikTok for a minute. Like people been clipping her stuff up when she was doing like the bootleg version of Say Cheese. I don't mean it with no disrespect, but that's just kind of whatever it is. It's like it's some YouTube channel, and and I'm not saying it's like it's not a small platform. It is a bigger platform, but they kind of do the smaller. They really do kind of like the lower tier people that like. Between it's like almost like the people that kind of really can't get on Vlad or Say Cheese, like they be like right there in the middle. Like they'll get the gangster people like Vlad, and they'll get the low end rappers that Say Cheese don't even want. And this platform get them in there. That's kind of, I always seen a lot of the Jaguar Right videos was on this platform. But like I said, to me personally, I don't necessarily know how. I don't get it. I don't see how people really deep dive and really just get into her content or what she got going on. But I mean, we're gonna see. We will see with the Diddy thing. I guess while we right here on Diddy, somebody did kind of play with Young Miami live and then Live in Color. I do want to play this clip of this gentleman. They were in I guess Miami. I don't know where Young Miami was coming from, but she was somewhere, and the dude asked her to sign a baby oil bottle.
Did you sign loose? No.
Oh, why you playing?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. I love you. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. That's crazy. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Did you sign loose? No.
Oh, why you playing?
Hey, listen to what I'm telling you. That is I'm not gonna lie to you, it's funny as shit, but it's not funny. And I did see something where Cassie was saying, he said she's not a fan of people making jokes about the baby oil stuff. So like I said, again, this dude came up to Young Miami. I guess she was leaving the club or something. She did have a security guard with her. You could hear the security guard in the background talking as well. And he came up with a bottle of Johnson & Johnson and asked if she signed the baby oil thing. And that is the crazy thing, is like baby oil is really getting so much slander. And I do that is one of the reasons why I kind of can't wait for this Diddy thing to really play out in court, because I wonder, is this true about how they were using the baby oil, sitting here saying they were lacing it with whatever drug, whatever the case may be. So it's not just like, it ain't just baby oil. Like it ain't just like kiki, this is just a bunch of baby oil. No, he was using this baby oil because it really was like on some other type of time. So I do kind of want to see how that actually is going to play out. But again, like I said, we're going to see. I don't necessarily know how that one is going to work out. I do want to play this clip from Tia. What is this? Tia Mallory. I'm going to play the clip, and I don't necessarily know how I feel if I really want to talk to a woman losing her virginity at 25. Yeah.
A partner who I've never dated. That's right. I have never dated. Corey was my first. Right. Yes. Everything. I know. So I wasn't even allowed to date until I was 18 years old. I met Corey when I turned 20, and I lost my virginity at 25. There. Was that it?
Also, real quick, just think about it. I listen to what I'm saying. I listen to him. I'm not perfect in my walk. I'm not. I told you I was in church this week and I was trying to get the word, and I couldn't stop looking at women in their tight dresses. So I'm not there yet. I can't imagine dating somebody for 5 years and not be able to not crack no cheeks. I'm not there, dog. I'm not there at that level of mental. I want to say I am. I want to lie to myself and think that I am. I don't necessarily know if I could be there, dog. Like, it's going to have to be a whole lot in between. I just can't imagine dating somebody for 5 years and not getting, dog. It's no way in hell.
But what, I mean,
that's 5 years is a long time, dog.
But you still can be doing action. You still can be You just not, man. You're not just not having sex.
So maybe that hand job gonna have to be crazy. That cuddle and it's gonna have to be a lot of other stuff that's absolutely through the roof for you to sit here and say I'm gonna be faithful in a relationship for 5 years without being able to have sex. Like everything else is gonna have to be clicking. Our chemistry, our talk, everything gonna have to be at an elite level for me to sit here and say I'm gonna rock and roll in this relationship for 5 years without sitting. Shout outs to them. And that's the crazy thing.
And you think about it. She probably was busy at that time too.
For 5 years?
No, I'm saying she probably was still doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if she wasn't around that much, so it's not that hard. Like, I that's what I'm saying. Like, depending on how that scenario is, if she's not around that much, so I'm only seeing you maybe, twice, maybe a month, you know what I'm saying? Like that, then I can see, it ain't that big of an issue. Now, you talking about we living together and I'm seeing you every day. That's a different story. But if I'm not seeing you that often, I think you can do it.
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, if we're not seeing each other that often, if we still live in separate cities, it might be able to do it. You may be able to do it, and maybe after that first year and a half, the time just flying by, you're not realistically. And let's be clear, I'm not sitting here saying you can't do it, but I think everything else would have to be at such a high level so you are not thinking about it. Because I do want to track my statement a little bit. Yes, if we sitting here saying we got elite, like I said, everything got to be at an elite level though. Like if just the conversations and the vibes together is at a high level. I'm talking about like just the kissing got to damn near feel like sex. That's the only way I feel like you can kind of be like, all right, cool. I'm not pressed. If this is what her religious beliefs is, I can thug it out.
But would you press the issue if she even said, I'm like, I mean, just going off of if she say, I'm a virgin. So in your mind frame, are you really even thinking like, damn, I do want to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I think all the things that could be different. So if you see here saying she come out and be like, hey, I'm a virgin, I haven't had sex, whatever case may be, I'm holding myself for marriage. Listen to what I'm saying. If everything else is still elite, I'm not even talking about just, it don't even have to be the head or nothing else. We could just literally just sit here and say, is the vibe and our chemistry when we face to face just so tight and we just having a great time where I'm not thinking about it? Because I do think a lot of times we do run and hide behind sex because it's replacing a lot of other stuff that may not be there. Like we just may not really feel like talking to each other out, whatever, our brains not even really on the same level. So I'm not sitting here saying that it can't be done. It can be done, but I do think it takes a whole lot more work and a whole lot more discipline to be able to achieve it. So I'm not sitting here saying that it can't be done. Yes, it absolutely can be done, but I think it just takes a lot more work than it just seeming like, oh, I can do that. I don't think everybody can do that. I think you have to have you and that person have to have a lot of chemistry and a lot of discipline. And real quick, while we kind of talking about, I guess, tying into religion and talking about things, I like to be right. I told y'all Alexis Sky wasn't going to be able to handle it. I told y'all that I doubled down on it again whenever that little conversation leaked between her and that girl was going back and forth, and she was saying that the Alexis Sky was shooting her shot at her boyfriend or whatever the case may be. So it was a picture of Alexis Sky. I woke up one morning, checked my DM, a homegirl of mine sent me the joke, was like, "Dog, you were so right about this girl." And she screenshotted all the comments that she seen personally. Like, no, I want you to read these comments right here because there were so many women who were in her comments, like, damn, I bought your book. I guess whatever little book she sold when she was trying to like change her life. And I told y'all, I said, let me tell you something, because this is my real life and this is still a demon that I'm constantly walking and trying to grow in my spiritual thing. That's why I say I did not clown Brittany Renner for her saying that my pocket's kind of tight, because that realistically, if you have built your business, your foundation, your popularity off of your sexuality. And I feel like Alexis Sky's way more even over the top than Brittany Renner, because Brittany Renner, realistically, she kind of got like a athletic built body. She's not as voluptuous and she's not as sexual. Like, she talked that sex shit, but her, like, if you go to her page, like, I mean, of course she got her thirst trap on, but Alexis Sky has literally built her whole entire brand off of, hey, look at my ass and titties. There's no way in hell that she was going to be able to sit here and that attention that she's used to getting, dog, that I knew for a fact is no, you rush too fast to sit here and try to, hey, I'm about to be this religious person. Hey, you want to buy? Like, it's almost one of them things where it's like, It's kind of like if you pay attention to B Simone and her ex best friend, or it was her manager and her best. Look, if you, I don't know for everybody who really be like on YouTube and really be like into the podcast thing like that, but because I listen to both of them, I've listened to episodes like they really like B Simone don't throw as no. Listen, I'm not gonna say it. Both of them throw shots at each other, but B Simone homegirl or her ex best friend. She seemed like her Jones was like it's more direct. Like B Simone play with the religion thing, and you really ain't walking that walk for real. Because I know it's too hard to sit here and trying to do it in the public face. It's too hard if you're really trying to get your walk right for real. Because you can't monetize your religious faith at the beginning stage. Like you gotta wait until you actually have accomplished something. You gotta actually wait until you really have killed those demons for real that everybody's trying to fight. And I knew for a fact that Alexa Sky shit was just bogus. So she, like I said, to even tie that back into why I brought it up, she took a picture or has like some like multiple pictures where she had basically like this see-through all black outfit on and literally was in nothing but some brown panties. Ass hanging completely out, and you just seeing so many women just upset in the comment section, like damn dog, like that, and then people just damn that backslide crazy. And then other people saying the same shit like I said. Oh, we knew you was gonna slide again. We knew for a fact that you was gonna come back to the other side, and I told y'all just because I know for a fact that shit is hard, dog. And for you to sit here and try to do it in people's face, and I'm sure Alexis Scott probably made. She did at least made a couple million. I ain't saying here saying she didn't make at least two. Let's just say she didn't make two. If you'd have made $2 to $3 million off of selling sex, and when I say selling sex, I don't mean having an OnlyFans page or just on some porn or nothing, but I'm talking about your sexuality, like your sex appeal, your nudity on social media. That's how you built your platform. Do you know how hard it is, and you don't have no other skills? So what are you going to really rely on? It's not like sitting here saying, you were trying too hard. Like you were just trying to get on camera and try to pray and do it, bro. Do you know how hard that is? Like I tried it before. That shit is hard because you don't know the word for real. So you sitting here trying to sit here and like, you can't, dog. You got to really like, for that shit to fly and come off with it's believable, you actually got to know. Like when DC Young Fly did that, when he talked to Rich Homie Quan funeral, no, you can tell like he quoted the scripture verbatim, word for word. You know that and guess what? And he still ain't playing like that. He don't play with God like that because guess what? I'm sure he's still like, I got other stuff that I want to accomplish, but I'm still gonna show people that I really walk this walk. I really can talk this talk, so I can quote scriptures like that. So what she was trying to do and getting on camera, and you just crying and just like fake doing it, like bro, stop. All of that is like I told y'all, and I'm glad I called it out early. Though I could read through that because I just know how hard it actually is when you're trying to really walk that walk for real and you really trying to get your life together. What you doing on camera, you can't do it if you for real about it. It's no way in hell. And then, again, look at the two opposites. Her and Black China was on it at the same time. Look at the extremes that Black China did to sit here and get herself right. From sitting here getting the surgery stuff taken out or sitting here not drinking and not all of that. Like Black China's went so super hardcore with her changing herself. Like, dog, that's the difference between like somebody really trying to get their life right and somebody playing. And Alexa Sky was just playing in people's face and realistically just showed you that she didn't have no other skill. So because you didn't have no other skill, the first thing you're going to sit here when times get a little bit rough and niggas probably like, oh, I'm going to stop sliding her DM. Is she really on this godly thing? Because I'm trying to hit the little freak jump, and she ain't a freak jump no more. Niggas gonna stop sliding. So guess what? Niggas gonna stop tricking. So now niggas ain't tricking, and now you can't do the party hostings and all that other stuff. So bingo, what happens? You backslide because you really wasn't serious about what you were trying to do. And the sad thing is, you just seen people like you sold people whatever little journals or prayer books or whatever you were selling people. Like I feel bad for the people who bought it. I feel bad, but I don't feel bad because if you bought into that Alexa Sky bullshit, it's kind of on you. It's kind of your fault yourself as well because it's like you really ain't do your research or you really like you shouldn't have. There's no way in hell you look to Alexa Sky to be the person you was going to help you get right with God. Like that to me sound like a fucking joke. Like, what are you talking about? Like that to me is just somebody. That's where you kind of got to question yourself. Like, was you really trying to get right with God, or you were just looking for? And I think that's the problem. One of the biggest problems we got in America is like we praise celebrities too much, because there's no way in hell for just me, and I'm a horny nigga, but nothing about Alexis Scott was going to help me get right with God. I knew that for a fact. I'm not going to find Jesus Christ through Alexis Scott. Nothing in my brain ever made me thought that was going to be the plan. Nah, dog. How was that going to work? Nothing about that told me this was the path that I was going to get closer to Christ through Alexis Scott. Like, cut the fucking jokes. Like, stop. Let's be serious, though. And so like I said, that's why I can't really, but it's just so sad to know that there's that many people out here that naive. That's the part where it's like, damn, y'all really that stupid out here? Like, you really was just like, you really that pressed to just follow behind some celebrity stuff? So like, it's a sucker born every day. So whatever people who bought whatever book or whatever she was selling people, you a sucker and you got played. I'm not even like, it's hard for me to, I can't feel bad for you, a sucker. But I do want to kind of get back on script. So Gloss Up is on tour with Akademiks, and she had this little clip, and me and Top was having a little debate about this because I totally disagree with this and think this shit is stupid. So I'm gonna play this clip.
I don't get paid to go on tour, so yeah, you just gotta make the best of it. Like, you gotta do your after parties and stuff like that when you go on tour. Like, the money that I'm like for my dances and shit, I gotta pay that. I gotta pay for everybody. I gotta pay for flights, I gotta pay for rooms, I gotta pay for travel, I gotta pay for outfits, everything. Then I gotta pay them to do what the fuck they gotta do. This is not my tour anyway, so if it was my tour, maybe I'd be getting paid, but it's not mine. But too much information.
So the reason why I said I don't agree with Gloss Up, for one, Akademiks don't have no real fan base. And we just talked about this before. I don't understand why it's nowhere in hell I would allow my managers to talk for me to sit here and pay whatever dancers or hairstyles. I wouldn't pay for nothing to go on tour with Akademiks. If all of that stuff is not getting paid with me, why would I go on tour with her? She don't have no real fan base. The girl barely got any real songs. Her biggest songs was during the pandemic. So why the hell would I sit here and pay to go on tour with her? And when I say pay, she's not paying like opening. I'm not paying you. You're paying for all your own travel. You're paying for all your people who's coming with you, your DJs, your security, your dancers. You heard her, your hair and makeup. You got to pay for all that stuff out of pocket. There's no real exposure behind that. Like, if that's going to be the case, you should just wait until Glorilla go back on tour. Like the same way you was opening up for Glow before. Wait for her. She actually got real fans. You're wasting money and wasting time right now. You're helping Akademiks sell more tickets because y'all two probably got the same amount of fans. So there's no way in hell I'm going on tour with Akademiks, opening up for Akademiks, and I got to come out of pocket. You know how stupid that sound to me? Like, that makes no sense at all. You would be better off, whatever that money you wasting, you've been better off paying for features. You could have went and got you some other features from some other artists and sit here saying you're going to go open up for Akademiks, bro. That shit makes no sense to me. And I can't believe she actually signed the QC and they are allowing her to do this. Like, that's had to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. But maybe that's because P and Coach K ain't as hands-on with QC like they used to be. Because there's no way in hell the Coach K and P that I know ain't no way in hell that they would allow one of their artists to do something this stupid. That to me just realistically makes no sense at all. It's like, why, dog? Why would you even do that? Like, yeah, I'm cool on that one. That one, like I said, that one absolutely don't make it don't make no sense at all. While we sitting here talking about rappers and baby moms and all this other stuff, I can play this clip of Tootsie. He kind of had a point in it, opened up a can of worms where him and Asian Dolph started to go back and forth with each other.
Being somebody's girlfriend make you famous? When the fuck was that ever a celebrity? You could go on famous birthdays now and you won't find being celebrities and you don't even know what the fuck they do. They just somebody's girlfriend or fucking baby mom. It is crazy. They don't got a product they selling. They don't do nothing. They don't got nothing going on. They just famous because the world done blew them up. It is crazy. Like, you actually had to put in work to be a celebrity back in the days. The internet is blowing people up. I be seeing with 7 million followers. I don't know what she do. I be seeing, and it's really, it's not even like the because I'm going to tell you what it is. It's the freaky out here that got all these girls blowing up. You feel me? You don't even know what the fuck they do. I ain't talking about nobody baby mom in particular. And the fuck did be.
So, okay, so for people who don't know, maybe because it was too much bleeping or you kind of couldn't catch on to what Tusi was saying. Tusi was basically sitting here saying, we live in a day and age where nobody knows why some of these women are celebrities now. And it kind of sounded like he was hating, and that's what Asian Doll basically was saying. And them two started to have a back and forth because I guess he felt, and I didn't know he was talking about his own baby mom, maybe, and that's the way she kind of dressed it up and made it seem like he was talking about his own baby mother because she's popping now because he put her on. But I agree with what he's saying is I do think realistically, kind of even going back to just when we see him some of the drag all right lady, it is so many people that just become famous and you kind of be like, damn, how did this person become famous? What is it about them that kind of just got them to become famous? Because there's certain people where it's like, I get it. Like when you hear them do their thing, like I don't listen. I can even tie this in. Let's just say like podcasting because I said Jaguar right. When people, I don't care how you feel about Joe Budden. If you give him a clean hour listen, or you find a good clip, I don't necessarily know if a clip would be perfect. I think sometimes the clips that like the Shade Room and stuff pick up, it maybe not do him no justice. But if you give him a clean hour to listen, you could be like, oh, I get why people listen to him. I understand. You can hear the skill level of how good he is. So I get what he's saying. It's like, damn, some of these girls just be like, oh, you just had a kid by this nigga and now you a celebrity. And I don't think realistically, and so for people, and I don't necessarily know, like you can't say, of course, he's not talking about a little baby mother because Jada Waiter got her own everything, nigga. She got her own lash line, beauty, makeup, clothing line, everything. So of course he's not talking about her. But for somebody kind of like Ari, and Ari, shit, nigga, Ari is, I'm sure Ari almost getting damn near close to the same thing Tusi get for a show. So I'm saying, but still, Ari don't got no real fucking skill. She just Ari. So what he's saying is kind of just like, yeah, but yeah. And like what he's saying is spot on because there is like certain people just become celebrities just because like, all right, how the fuck did this happen? How did you get here?
But shit, did you say, I didn't even know that was him. I just thought that was a random dude.
No, that was Tusi.
No, that's what I'm saying. Me looking, like I said, I didn't see no caption, and I thought that was just a random dude just talking about females on
social media.
On social media. So that's kind of like, I get it. And I understand it. And that's why like you said, now that you told me that he's, him, I just thought it was a random guy just going off on a rant.
No, and the crazy thing is because he didn't pipe his baby moms up. Where his baby moms now got millions of followers on social media. And I think I think she started her own lash line or whatever case may be. But this was his high school sweetheart. Like I guess they went their separate ways. He came back to end up having a kid or whatever case may be. And he didn't speak bad. Like he just literally just did a Breakfast Club interview. And he did put out a project on Friday. I didn't get a chance to listen to that one.
He got that joint on Money Long.
Yeah, so it's a good. You listened to it?
I didn't listen to the whole project,
but you listened to the one with Money Long.
Yeah, that's on Money Long. That's a joint right there.
And I think even for him, he understands his audience, and he even and the crazy thing is, did he go on tour with her? Who did he go? I can't remember all the time I hear. I was listening to the Breakfast Club interview, but I know he went on tour with Summer Walker. That's what it was. It was Summer Walker, and he was sitting here saying how. And we had that same conversation before when we sit here talking about just different viral videos. Like I can have a sports video to go viral, and it won't equal to new followers, but you can get a jump for women to go viral, and then you'll start to get a bunch of new followers, a bunch of likes, a bunch of comments because women support differently. And that's what he was saying even in the interview when Charlamagne was asking him like, what made you kind of switch up your sound more or make your albums and projects be more directed to women? And he was sitting here saying being on tour with Summer Walker because you're talking about 85% of her crowd is all women, and the tickets the shows are selling out. They buying all the merch. They just support completely different. For when it's men, it's kind of just like you can like something and maybe not even necessarily. And we going back to social media. You can like something and never even really like it. You may not even follow it. Like you can literally like somebody, and I know, and I'm a nigga. I do it. It's some people like I like their content, but I'm never going to go hit the follow button. I'm just going. I might send it to myself and just constantly look at their stuff. And that's some hating shit. Niggas are haters. Niggas hate on each other. I can admit that I've done the same thing, but I'm a man, so I understand how other men think. So you can't never be mad at yourself for like, all right, it's cool. So you got to kind of understand how to pivot. But going back to originally what he was saying, it do be a bunch of women where it's kind of like, damn, bro, they just somebody baby moms. Like how we get here.
But then I mean, when you kind of look at it, can you be mad at them though?
Can you be mad at who?
At them using
No. You can't be mad at the women. But it's still. You can be mad at the audience though, not mad at the women, because the women are just capitalizing on the fucking alley-oop that somebody threw them. Because in the same way, you can look at it like, damn, all right, well, it worked for the women, but why it ain't work for the niggas who be around them? Because some of the women, all they need is the alley-oop. All they need is a nigga to just kind of throw them a slight alley-oop, and then they know how to pivot. Look, perfect example. Look at Joy. Her shit went from Bow Wow to fucking Future to fucking Stephon Diggs, but she constantly built her own brand in between each one of these niggas. It's not like she's not just, oh, I'm just trying to be somebody baby mom. She's built a story. Like I told y'all, shit, I was on YouTube watching her shit every episode through the pandemic. So it's like she's found a way and a niche for herself to continuously build herself up. So all she needed was the alley-oop. And some women don't take the alley-oop the right way. Even going back to Ari, like Ari used the alley-oop the right way. Like nigga, Ari still got her own cooking show. She's continuously shit. And she on that, what's that, whatever that show is on BET, whatever that, Impact Atlanta, whatever. But my whole point is she used that alley-oop to her advantage. She didn't allow that alley-oop just to go to waste. So it's some people who get the alley-oop and don't know what to do with it. And sometimes, and the crazy thing is, it be all the niggas who be around some of these rappers who can't get the alley-oop to do nothing for them. Shit, look, perfect example. Think about it. If you could look at it tied into shit, look at fucking Gunplay compared to Tia Kemp. Like Gunplay got millions of songs with Rick Ross, and this nigga Pop Tia Kemp is popping. You look at like we ain't seen the last time we saw Gunplay. This nigga was down bad. But you look at Tia Kemp, she having her way. She all over the internet. She getting booked for shows, everything. But that's what I said. So I don't blame it on the women. I'm not mad at the women for that. But what he said was just some real stuff. I kind of just wanted to kind of highlight that. I do kind of want to go back to the Diddy thing, because we did bring up Diddy, and Tupac family is opening up or getting lawyers to open back up the Tupac case, trying to tie Diddy in with. I do think at this point, the FBI and all the people who got some bone to pick with Diddy, they're going to find a way. Diddy is realistically probably never going to see the light of day ever again, besides when he's out on the yard while he in jail. But Diddy probably going to get like 20 to 30 years in jail. You're talking about a nigga that's already in his 50s. If he come home at like 70 something, it's gonna be a dub. Like it just seems like there's no real light of day for him. It just seemed like at this point they just doing the 21 pile on this nigga at this case. Cause I did just mention him. Oh, let's play one of his old security guards.
It's a lie on me. That's all I'm saying.
Big Joe Sherman wants you to look at his face and listen.
I don't know this lady from anywhere.
You've never met her?
Never in my life.
He's talking about this woman, Thalia Graves, who appeared at a highly promoted news conference last week with attorney Gloria Allred.
The trauma of the assault has taken a toll on my mental health.
The attorney for Graves announcing a federal lawsuit claiming that in 2001, the then 25-year-old was drugged and bound and viciously raped in the Manhattan headquarters of Bad Boy Entertainment by music mogul Sean Diddy Combs with his bodyguard and head of security Joe Sherman.
I'm not questioning her integrity. I'm questioning her claims against me. I wasn't the head of the security. You got the wrong man. I've never seen you. I've never did anything negative with you. I've never been in the same room with you. Not only wasn't I there, I wasn't even in New York.
Sherman says he did security for Bad Boy Records in the 90s, but wasn't working for the company in 2001.
It's me and Mariah Carey.
Sherman provided us with his personal album of photos with celebrity clients he says he's protected over the years.
Me and Beyonce.
He says he did see Diddy at industry parties after Sherman left the company, but there was no relationship. Big Joe maintains he is being set up by false accusations.
Her and whoever that she's in cahoots with was orchestrating a money grab, and she wanted me to be part of that money grab. It says it right in her texts. And she wanted to get Diddy.
Sherman showed us texts from an Instagram account starting last November. He says his team has linked to Graves. We confirmed the connection. The first text asked if Sherman was a security guard for Puffy.
She confused me because she kept saying, "Are you Big Joe?" I said, "You're on my Instagram."
When she asked, "Are you Big Joe?" what did that mean to you?
That means that she don't know who I am.
The text asked him to call the number and goes on to say, "If you will be my witness against Diddy, then my attorneys will leave you out of any proceedings because we have statements that you physically showed over 8 people, videos of me and you to people in the studio. Sherman responded, I don't know what the expletive you talking about. Know who the expletive you are. He was still named in the lawsuit.
Was there any video?
Not only was there never a video, I never saw the woman. I'm nothing but a scapegoat for this BS. Because I wouldn't get Puffy and lie on Sean Combs.
We reached out to Allred asking about the texts and Sherman's denial that he was involved. Her email response, the complaint speaks for itself. Our client looks forward to her day in court. Allred's lawsuit describes Sherman as being involved in a company that produces and distributes pornography.
I don't show nude women.
He says his media outlets publish urban rap magazines that often feature scantily clad women, arguing the photos are similar to ones he's posted on social media.
Am I wrong for having fun on my birthday? Yes, I did all that. I'm single. You can call me that. But I never disrespected or seen this woman in my life. Come on. It's a money grab because they told you it's a money grab. And she know that what she did to me destroyed my family, destroyed my livelihood. I can't get a job.
Sherman's legal team says they plan on filing a counterclaim in the near future that will likely include defamation. Combs' attorneys have not yet responded to the lawsuit. Sarah Wallace, News 4 New York.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The crazy thing is, I never knew he had anything to do with Diddy. I know Big Joe from Dipset. I know him from I want to say Big Joe was in Killer Season. He used to be in a bunch of in the 2000s. I want to say he used to be in a bunch of Diplomat stuff. That's where I know Big Joe from. I know Big Joe from being with Dipset, being with Cam. I'm almost 100. If he wasn't in Killer Season, I know for a fact he was on some of them old Smack DVDs with Cam and Jim, and then when they was putting out Dipset DVDs and stuff like that, or like the Come Ups and all them other old school hip hop DVDs. So I don't necessarily know.
That is kind of fucked up now.
What the people just trying to
you attaching people and then you don't even really have like real, you know what I'm saying? Like that would be fucked up. And then it's like, well, damn, you don't want to not believe people, but it's just like, damn, if he didn't physically do anything to you, he was just, you know what I'm saying, around.
Or not even if he was around, if he's just the most popular security guard that people may know by name and face. Because I mean, he do got, like I said, I know him from Dipset Jones. I didn't know him from Bad Boy. So if you kind of just like, all right, let me attach this person, like I don't necessarily know, and that is kind of wild and it's crazy because it's just like I don't know, that shit get tricky, and you kind of just like and that's why even what he was saying, he don't want to, you know what I'm saying, like he not trying to even discredit what she's saying, like not saying it didn't happen to her, whatever case may be, what happened with Diddy, but he wasn't dead. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of just like, damn, you like, yeah, that it get rough, it do get tricky, and I do even kind of just, I guess, while we stand right here on the Diddy, even when the dude, what was that it was at Texas, this was in Texas where the lawyer had all of those numbers. I want to play the clip of him. He did, here you go right here.
Believing that I may start naming names. Well, that day will come, but it won't be today. The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you. These are individual cases. There are indeed other perpetrators involved. They will be revealed when that particular individual case is ready to be filed. They already know who they are. And I'm talking here about not just the cowardly but complicit bystanders. That is, those people that we know watched this behavior occur and did nothing. And I'm talking about the people that participated, encouraged it, egged it on. They know who they are. I call them the facilitators of foul play, willing participants in vile conduct. As we identify them, each will be part of this case as defendants. These defendants will not only include individuals, but would also include corporate entities who ultimately profited off of this culture and behavior. I'm looking at banks, pharmaceutical companies, hotels. We know that many of these individuals were paid cash. We know that many of these individuals involved, whether they were the ones being assaulted and abused, or they're witnessing other people being assaulted and abused and then paid and threatened and told to leave. Thinking.
So, and the reason why I say it get tricky and it's getting super a little bit crazy, because this man had a 1-800 number to call. Like, if you have been encountered with Diddy or if he done anything to you, and Akademiks called this number live on his live jump. And he just left a random message. Like, bro, that to me is just like, why I say it gets scary when it comes to that, because it's just like, all right, let's allow the people who have actually been abused and actually been victims of this stuff, allow them their day, bro. Like, don't sit here and try to pile on and add extra stuff to it, because now you kind of watering down what other people actually really been through.
But can you blame people?
Yes and no, because it's like that shit is kind of, it's sick. Like, that's a sick world we live in there, where it's like, I see a loophole. It's just like, literally, is you being an ambulance chaser right now. Like, I see a bunch of people trying to look at it as a payday. He had 160. That's what they said. 120 people. It was 60 women, 60 men, but they said they had over thousands of people who called in. And that's why he sit here and said they not ready, not gonna come today, because you got to sit here and go through all these shits. But you sit here saying it was a 9-year-old, whatever the case may be. Like, bro, that shit to me is a lot. Like, and y'all been the first person. I was on here saying Trash and Diddy as soon as that Cassie video. I was never one of these niggas. Oh, you gotta wait and hit. And I was never one of them people. Never gonna be one of them people. But this shit right here is kind of just like, all right, dog. Like, y'all dragging and you taking it too far, because then I feel like when you do this, now you just watering it down, and now the people not gonna know what to believe or not to understand. Like, it's just gonna make it harder for real victims to actually get their day in court.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's the kind of the sad part, because even when Cassidy first came out and everybody was like, oh, she only, doing it for the money, until you actually saw the video. So it's like I don't know, because it's kind of hard too, because you gotta think about it. So what if a lot of them are true then?
What you say, bro? I don't 120 people, bro. That's a lot.
I know, and that is a lot. But I'm just, but you do have some people who, you know what I'm saying? It could be a lot of them.
No, listen, I'm saying I get it, but you have to. Because I don't know. To be honest, I don't know the answer. I don't know and sit here and say, how do everybody get their justice? But I don't necessarily know. Like, and I don't want to sit here and say, I don't know if everybody needs to get their justice. Because yes, everybody need to get their justice. But at the same time, it's like, how do I get it if you sit here? Because that's a lot. Like, I can't imagine, like, now, because it's kind of like, I don't know, because I'm sure some people who probably even a little bit more with their tinfoil hats on and believe in all types of conspiracy theories. So me personally, and I'm somebody who don't believe in none of that stuff, but me seeing it is kind of just like, all right, dog, when we gonna sit here, like, when we gonna get back to what's really going on, or what should we really be focusing on, paying attention to, like, who are the main people? Because I feel like just all the extra stuff, like, I don't know. It just seemed like a lot, bro. 100, trying to even feed 120 people, though. I'm not, like I'm saying, Diddy is super famous, but I just feel like that's a lot of people, dog. 120 people. You know how many 120 people there are? Bro, that's like, to me, that's just extremely way too much. So it's like, oh man, I want to play this Jonah Timberland where he redid this John, but I don't necessarily know. He kind of smoked. It ain't a real song, so I should be able to play it.
Across this video with Krishan Rock and Jamal Bradley, and it was so touching. Like,
his name is Jamal Bryant. You fucking saying, nigga Jamal Bradley.
I had this idea that I wanted to get out, so I took this video.
Yahweh, there's only one way, and it's God way. Took my baby to get blessed, and they said it's for clout. I'm gonna do my best for me and mine. That's from here on out. Trying to change my life, but all these demons keep attacking me. Went back to my ex, the world saying it's toxicity.
And I put it into Timbo Suno, Chagas Suno, and we came up with something like this.
It just lets you know how many people really don't have to have talent now that you can make a hit if you need to make a hit.
There's only one way, and it's God's way.
Took my baby to get blessed and they say
like, dog, just look, like he literally took he took her in the jump, bro. We all heard it. We heard it again just now. He took nothing and made that shit sound like it could really be a bop. I'm sure even in what will make it even clear, he did that just off of whatever program he got on his computer, whatever AI thing he ran it through. But imagine if she come back in and lay the vocals over and he can clean it up a lot more. Like that to me, I'm not gonna say it's scary because it's tight, because I'm sure they do it already for certain artists, like certain pop artists, like shit. It's so funny because every time I be listening to the Breakfast Club, I want to say they always run an advertisement for Paris Hilton. Like she got some new pop album that she put out. I want to say it is the Breakfast Club. And it's just some random commercial. And they be like, hey, I'm Paris Hilton, whatever the case may be. Have you checked out my new album, whatever the case may be? And I want to say one of her singles is her and Meg on the song together. And it's called like Bad Beat. I forgot what the Meg and Paris Hilton song is, but I can imagine Paris Hilton really probably can't make no music, but Paris Hilton got some bread so she could pay people to make hits for her. She just come in and damn near just like almost like AI. I may say a little bit, you might get some of my vocals and they clean it up. So just to see how he literally took something from an interview and put it on a beat, auto-tuned it up enough where it just sounds like, and now it sounds listenable, where I know for a fact if she come in the studio and redo the vocals a little bit, he can stretch it out and make it sound even a million times better. Like that shit just kind of let you know, like, damn, if they really just, if somebody see just the potential in something, they can build nothing into something. Going back into the conversation when we were just talking about Tootsie, shit, and Krishan probably would have been the perfect person. I wasn't even thinking about it at that time when we were just talking about how like a baby moms literally just got piped up. So again, man, shout out to Timbaland because that was tight. Do want to get into, I want to play these clips Finesse 2 times. Two things that happened with Finesse 2 times real quick before I play this clip, and I'm gonna use this as the cover for this week's episode, because I'm not gonna lie to you, as when a woman and a nigga sitting here calling you Finesse 2 times got to be the most disrespectful, diabolical, most insane, ridiculous thing that somebody can call you ever in life, dog. She ran with it and kind of was just like, who y'all calling Finesse 2 times? And her and her boyfriend was together in a picture, and I'm like, bro, this is, and I mean this with all due, bro, this is one of the ugliest girls I've ever seen in my life. Like, bro, she is ugly as shit. I'm not even gonna hold you. She is hideous, and she really looked like Finesse 2 times, and he is ugly as shit. So it's just like, man, nah, dog. Oh my God. Sexy Red fucked up though for even sitting here reading them comments back, because they was reading the comments and then she literally, her homegirl laying on the back of the bed and she read that shit all the time. Oh, your homegirl look like Sexy Red. I mean, look like Finesse 2 times. And she literally looked just like this nigga, bro. Oh no.
Birthday. And I wanted to go celebrate with my friends, but he's the type of person, he just wasn't feeling that. Like, he just didn't want me to go outside. So anyway, long story short, we broke up because of that. And I went about my business. We was not together for a good, I want to say like a good 2 weeks or something like that before we got back together. But in that time, I was doing my own thing. I was single. You know, I was doing my own thing with an ex of mine. So that's why I say in the messages that they kept posting on all social medias, that's what I meant when I said I didn't know, because I didn't know. I know what I did with that person, and I knew that in my mind, I'm like, okay, so this is my nigga baby. Like this, you know, this Rick baby. I'm not down that in my mind, because I know what happened with, you know, the other person I was dealing with. That's what I meant when I said I didn't know. When he texted me, when he texted me the DNA test, he texted me that before his mama went live. I mean, before his mama posted that and did all that, he had already sent it to me. So that's when I texted, and I was just like, damn, like, I didn't know, because I really didn't. I didn't name my baby after you thinking that this is your, you know, I didn't do all of that stuff thinking that this wasn't your baby. Like, she wasn't yours. I didn't do all that stuff. It was my birthday. And
so for people who don't know what that clip is, that was a young lady who was saying that Finesse 2 times was her baby father, and he basically went and had blood work. I mean, his mom pressed him to get a blood test taken, and he did. And if come to find out that the kid wasn't his. And she, of course, she running down, basically sitting here now. She's sitting here saying, hey, she was sleeping with another nigga at the same time. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that is, I mean, we live in that day and age where realistically, nigga, if you and that person, actually, I was gonna say we done had conversations on here when y'all was even sitting here saying, even if y'all fucking really locked in, you should probably still get a fucking blood test. So I mean, that one is kind of one of them Jones where it's like, Yeah, nigga, you should have just got a blood. Like, you probably need to get it off the rip, and especially if you hitting like jumps that you know kind of just like really only fucking with you because who you are, and ain't because like what other random niggas did she probably getting hit by. And obviously, this was when she like y'all first time y'all have a little argument, y'all split up. She go back there hitting whatever nigga was already hitting her before you was, and that's just my whole point of it. Is like you got to be honest and be real with yourself. Sometimes you got to kind of know like. This you got to keep it a buck. Like you know what y'all relationship really is, or how it is, or how it isn't. You can't sit here and lie to yourself because it's like, I mean, you see what it is now. Yeah, you see what it is. What else is going on? Oh, hold on.
Or to tell me if I'm wrong here, because I just cussed out my homegirl over a birthday. I know y'all tired of hearing just falling out about their birthday, but it's like, I got my makeup done. This is the first time I ever got my makeup done in my 28 years of living by MUA. I booked the MUA for a shoot for my birthday. I'm turning 28. Turn up. Call her. I'm like, yeah, girl, look at my face. She's like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. And I'm like, I see why you be getting your makeup done, because I'm about to start doing this for every occasion. She fixed her mouth to say, I hope you're not doing that for my birthday. I beg your fattest of pardons. I said, well, wasn't thinking about it, but I mean, you did want to go to a really nice dinner and go out after, so, you know, I'd love to rebook the MUA day, but in my face, is there a problem? She said, oh, girl, I'm the only one that should be getting my face professionally done. It's my birthday. I laughed because I thought she was playing. She was dead serious, y'all. I'm a grown 28-year-old woman. You're not about to tell me what I can do with my face. Mind you, this is a regular face. Then before I could even finish speaking, telling her, what are you talking about? She said, oh no, girl, don't worry. You can wear what you want to wear. Like, it don't matter. I said, I won't be wearing because I'm not coming. Then after telling her that I was not attending her birthday dinner, she said, I'm a weird to be. And she always thought I was odd. If I'm being weird, y'all let me know. But that seems pretty goddamn weird. But my birthday's coming up. So yay. Won't be at hers in 2 weeks, but I really need y'all to.
So real quick, and the reason why I wanted to play this clip because it was another clip of a girl going viral because she
outfit.
No, the girl who canceled on his girl wedding day because she went to go do JT makeup. Yeah. And you know what's so crazy? And it's just sometimes you just like randomly, like, you know, you're like your parents would just get whatever. And I'm like, dog, are you crazy? Like, I could not believe I heard my mother sit here and say that she was on the side of the makeup woman who canceled to go do JT makeup. I said, Mom, are you kidding me? I'm like, there's no way you side with this woman. She said, why not? The girl a celebrity. I'd rather get a celebrity client. I don't care about this girl. And I was like, nah, bro. Are you shitting me right now? There's no way. Are you really serious?
Nah, I mean, because you got to think about it. And she probably paying more. I could benefit more by doing this, girl.
Now, listen to what I'm saying. That's all the same stuff that Mom said. But then in the whole conversation, she said, well, the lady canceled me to get my hair done on my wedding day. And I was just like, one, that's crazy. But then two, I'm like, it's the difference back then. Like, you just get regular fucking curls right now. So that's not a deal breaker. But these makeup girls who do like somebody, bro, that should be a big deal. I know it's way harder to get, especially if you're talking about, listen, our parents been married for fucking 40 some years. So you talking about that hairstyle was super easy. I'm sure you can replace it with anybody. And maybe it may have been a little bit harder because back then, of course, it ain't social media or the phones is literally only the house phone. But still, my whole point of it is that don't seem as hard. That's still wild, but that don't seem as hard to replace as it is somebody who you're talking about. You're supposed to be doing somebody's makeup for their wedding, because 9 times out of 10, if you're doing theirs, you probably was doing the what is it? The bride. I mean, what's the major honors or whatever is the other women in the wedding too. So it's kind of like that to me is just foul, dog. But again, just even playing that clip of this girl is just like you kind of really get to see. I always tell y'all, women really just don't like each other, dog.
But that's what I'm saying. Is it really foul? It's like, damn. I gotta sit here, book my whole day up just to make whatever they pay me. But then I go to
the JT and she pay me more, and I only got to do JT. Yeah, I mean, I guess when you say it like that, yeah, I guess I didn't look at it like that. I just looked at it like, damn, that's kind of foul. Somebody about to get married, and you cancel on a day like that's crazy.
I get that part. I definitely get that part. That is the messed up part, is because that's her special day, and it's like,
of course, and you just kind of
she got to find somebody else.
Yeah, that's foul.
But then,
I get what you're saying though. Business wise, you're absolutely right. Instead of me, when I can only do one person makeup, probably charge them more, and eventually, if I do it good enough, I can get me a fucking better client than me sitting here all day long. Whatever I was going to charge y'all 9 times out of 10 as a group, it probably realistically will be.
And it's go on my profile with, oh damn, I did.
Yeah,
her
did
makeup.
JT? Yeah. I get it. It's still fucked up, but I get
and
it
for real. And you got to think about it. It's like, all right, well, damn, she might post. You know what I'm saying? She could post me, and I can gain more more followers.
Yeah, that's kind of foul.
Now, if that was your friend, then that's what I would feel like. That's fucked up.
What you mean? If your friend canceled on you?
Like that's your friend. Like we friends.
But if we friends, I feel like you should be able to understand it a little bit more differently. To keep it a buck, like if we really friends, like let's just sit here and say, let's just bring it to men. If this was like our barber, but this is really my real man, and he sit here and say, man, I got a chance to cut LeBron head or fucking Steph Curry, but
nigga, I can't get another barber that's gonna line me up like you.
I wouldn't care. I can respect if this is my real friend because I understand that opportunity, nigga. How often are you gonna get to cut LeBron head?
Yeah, I know, but and I think I guess because you said as men, you probably will be more understanding. Like, oh, all right, now I ain't mad at you. Go ahead, get your job.
Yeah, of course.
But like, you don't know nobody else to do it. You really shit out of luck.
I get it, but it's still. But if this is your real friend, because I wouldn't want my friend to miss an opportunity on like.
Yeah, especially if I'm not paying you what they gonna pay you.
Exactly. Not even the pay thing. It's just sometimes about that opportunity. Like that is a good look. Because even with you, like I said, at first when I first think about it, I didn't even think about screw up, not just the exposure part. Because you're absolutely right. Like I mean, that's the day and age we live in. The whole episode we've been talking about how people just be fanning on celebrity time. So that is kind of a good look when you can sit here and say, I'm sure I can get twice as many clients for doing JT face than doing your whole fucking wedding party. So I kind of, like I said, I didn't look at it like that. So especially if we real friends, I wouldn't, it's no way in hell I would be mad at that if we were actually real friends.
Oh, brother, like we got in a fight. I went online, bro, because I was hurt. You know what I'm saying? That was our first fight. You know what I'm saying? I was really hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like hurt because I've been around Tracy. I was like 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? And I never expected us to ever fight physically. Verbally is different than physical fight.
You got to detail the fight.
I won.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Wait.
It's impossible that you won.
I won. I love Trey. I won. You didn't beat the dreads out of bro. You gotta understand. When I got my dreads and they not twisted, if you pull my hair, like they might yank out because they not tight to the root. So he pulled my hair for sure. But that's my brother. Like it's like I should have never went on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I admit to the world I was wrong, bro, for putting my family on blast. I feel like I put my family on blast. Tell my brother, you know, like
that ain't your brother.
We got in a fight.
Yeah,
love my.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, that one. That's not your brother, especially if you're gonna sit here and take it to the internet and y'all got into a fight.
And
that was corny.
You was talking real spicy too.
Oh, after the fight, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
you was in your feelings, but I guess because we playing this clip of and talking about what's this nigga name?
That shit, we still ain't never heard Trey Songz say anything else about that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I told you why you don't hear too much of nothing from Trey Songz, because Trey Songz is living a sneaky, freaky life. Damn. Where my girl at? Hold on. Because that was Jacquees. I did want to play this clip of Jacquees' old manager because we played the last one.
I'ma really want him to be with Dej Low. Fight that she posed Dej Low for all the time. You better ask Drizzy. That was the problem with Drizzy and the mama, because the mama wanted him to be with Dej Low. Girl, you just had the baby. You the only one that was gonna have the baby. Clock that T. Yeah, they moved to Miami. She had the baby, she moved to Miami. He knew to get her out of Atlanta. He knew that could stay in Atlanta with me. Because, baby, I'm the gag is. All right. You down there in my territory now. She gonna be y'all not take legal matters instead of talking about it consistently on here. What you said in post. You was one against me when you started with me. When you stole my stuff. Tell them to use it again. Why you think they ain't did nothing? Because they can't do nothing. They stole my stuff.
So like I said, I don't
The
necessarily.
mama really.
Huh?
That's the same one.
Yeah, that's the same lady that we played.
About the DNA.
Yeah, about the DNA test. So I mean, obviously, I guess her and Jacquees must not really have no type of relationship anymore. I don't necessarily know what happened. I don't know what the backstory is, but that's just her again sitting here like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what the backstory. I kind of want to know what the backstory is now because it's just kind of continuously just keep going on, but I don't know what it is. But I do want to play this clip of Akademiks because Akademiks was on his live stream and he was sitting here trying to sit here and give people hints on who Offset found out that he was cheating with Cardi B. But and you know the crazy thing is, and because I'm gonna play this clip and then we can get in and talk about even who Joe Budden said it was because the internet said it first. So Joe Budden kind of just basically repeated what the internet said, but I honestly think the internet got the two brothers confused.
Person was Offset allegedly called Cardi B with. Yo, you're always gonna be mad at your girl, even more when the nigga she chooses to entertain is a dog. That nigga fucking like 3-4 other niggas. It's like, yo, like this nigga is a dog. I'm wondering how the fuck he even got time to do his original job, which I can't tell you yet. I can't tell you. I want to tell you so bad. But I fuck with Cardi B. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All right, matter of fact, spam some names. I'm so messy. Oh, y'all all wrong. Fuck, you're not even close. I give y'all one clue. It's not a rapper. It's not a rapper. Actually, I'll give y'all one more clue. This is the last clue. I'm moving on. It's a football player. It's an NFL nigga. Think the nigga might even call touchdown. It's an NFL nigga. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yo, if I'm Offset, man, I can't even root for that team no more, bro. I gotta drop that nigga low key on my fantasy team. He played good. No, he's not. Is he? Yeah, he is. Let me see if anybody gonna get it. Yeah.
So like I said, for people who don't know, so basically, the internet has said that it was Stephon Diggs, and of course, Joe Budden ran with the Stephon Diggs. Take hold on. Matter of fact, did he?
There's two more rappers he fucking y'all bitches now too. I can tell y'all, but y'all gotta DM me. I got all the information for y'all. All right. Stephon Diggs is fucking two other active rappers, bitches. Like y'all be claiming them, hugging them on the gram, kissing them, talking about Woman Crush Wednesday, all that bullshit. He's long dick. Well, I don't know if he got long. He is piping them hoes out. I don't know how he's fucking all y'all rappers, bitches. Yo, and the last thing I'm gonna say to Stephon Diggs, you're on my fantasy team, bro. I want you to keep doing good, bruh. Make this the last niggas girl you try to fuck or have fucked. The next time, like you starting to inch into the territory, some of these niggas will shoot you. Fuck all that ACL shit you got going on. They'll shoot you. So stop playing around, okay? You fucking too many bitches, and there's a lot of girls at the Texans games you can fuck. Leave the rappers, girls alone. You catching bullets, but you can't catch them bullets, all right? Just tell you. But maybe gangster too. I don't know. Let me just step out of this one, all right? Yo, he fucking two other. You know what's so funny? He not even fucking no soft ass niggas. Yo, he fucking the gangster rappers, bitches. He kind of lit. I ain't gonna hold you. Let me look at his contract. Something must be going for him. Or maybe bitches just think he look cute, right? Stephon Diggs salary $24 million this year. Wait, hold on. Let me see.
Him.
4 years, $96 million. Yeah, you fucking y'all bitches, man. It's all right.
All right, so real quick, and so like I said, I want to, but me personally, I don't necessarily know if I don't necessarily know if I don't know if that's the right brother. I think they got the wrong brother. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you a reason why I'm gonna say I think they got the wrong brother. Because even when I'm listening to Joe explain who he thinks Stephon Diggs was, or even just from even that first Akademiks clip, I don't know what's the only baby moms or girlfriend that I know that Stephon Diggs was trying to shoot his shot at was Jada Waiter, and that's little baby moms. But his brother got babies by already super lit jumps that niggas know on paper. Like, nigga, his first baby mother is him and Christian Woods shared a baby mother, the Yaya, whatever her last name is, or Yasmin, whatever her name is. Now he got Joy. He used to talk to Chinese Kitty. Now, and he had India Love at the game. Nigga, that's 4 jumps that I just named. Who the fuck has Stephon Diggs talked to before? Because I don't necessarily know if he even I don't even know if he even hit Jada Waiter. So that's my only point. That's why I'm saying here, I don't necessarily know. I think they are confusing the two. Stephon Diggs don't even got a kid, nigga. His brother already got 2 kids from 2 lit Jones. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't necessarily I think people just don't. I think niggas don't know his. I don't think if you really don't pay attention to football, you don't know his brother.
Yeah,
for
but
real.
if he just having a baby, how he gonna have time to entertain?
Nigga, the same India Love it was at the game.
Nah, I think it's Stephon. Stephon is him. Because I can't remember who it was that they had him out with before. I can't remember who it was, but
that's my listen. That's my point. That's why I'm telling you. I'm 100. I'm going out on a limb. I'm telling y'all. I think y'all are getting Stephon Diggs confused with his brother Trayvon Diggs. His brother got like, nigga, these is women who he's been attached to. The very first Cowboys game this season, India Love was at the Cowboys jump with this nigga jersey on. So you talking about this nigga fuck everybody else. You talking about India Love and fucking Joy Chavez, nigga. Stephon Diggs gonna have to show me. You gonna, nigga, just like if this was stats, I need to see who he has dated for me to see him be like, all right, Stephon Diggs is him and it's not his brother. I think niggas is getting confused because that Stephon Diggs is the more popular brother, but I'm telling you, the real sniper between them two brothers is the brother that niggas keep forgetting to play fucking corner for the fucking Dallas Cowboys. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I'm just seeing. I have not seen or heard any of these people. Like I said, only Stephon Diggs situation I ever remember was him sitting here sending a bottle to Jada Waiter and on the sign it said, "Why you being weird to me?" And that's it. That's the only one I remember. I don't know nobody else. So somebody gonna have to, if he really is sniping like that, I just need to just put the other bodies on him. You put the other bodies on it, and then respect. But it's hard for me to sit here and say, oh yeah, it's him. I just think niggas is getting the brothers confused. You sitting here saying, and I think that's just pose, no homo. I think a lot of niggas just be a little bit gay. Y'all think Stephon Diggs is cute, so you throwing him on fucking Cardi and not his brother. Like I said, I could be wrong. If you listening and you can sit here and tell me, if you can give me 4 badder jumps that Stephon did hit over the Jones I just said, his brother got a baby. His first baby mother is that fucking Yaya, that Yasmin or whatever the fuck her name is, that Christian Woods just made her go fucking crazy. That's his first baby moms. Then he got a fucking baby with Joy Chavez, and I literally just told y'all he was at India Love at the fucking jump. It's not too many jumps, and he had Chinese Kitty because Chinese Kitty was I think called the police on this nigga. So them 4, you tell me, y'all got to give me a solid 4 from Stephon Diggs. Like I said, Joe Budden is a great podcaster. He can sell the shit out of a story. He sold that shit to make it believable. I don't fuck what you talking about. Give me names. You can't just paint me no fucking picture because I just gave you 4 solidified Jones that niggas and everybody and their mother will crash out for. You talking about the spank bank is always open for that fucking Yasmin girl. So, like I said, just give me 4. If anybody who, like I said, anybody listening, if you can give me 4 women that Stephon Diggs has dated that's more lit or bad or more popular than the 4 that I just gave you for his fucking brother, then I can believe the Stephon Diggs thing. But I think niggas got it confused. I think they got the wrong brother. What else is going on in the world?
Oh, that was Jake the Snake's finishing move.
It's the DDT.
Whatever. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. No, the DDG, I know. That's when Jake the Snake got real mad. That's when he did you like that. I don't know about this new DDG that y'all talking about. That's not really my bag.
I ain't gonna lie, Joe Budden is like a J. Jonah Jameson. He's like the news guy, like who just like, but like it's something about him, even though he did some shit with me in the past, it's something about him that gives him his specialty, which is he's like a crash out. Like he's ready to just crash out whenever. You feel me? Like he just ready to put it on the line and just crash out. You feel me? So I don't know, chat. I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga be ready to crash out, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Because I'm kind of mad that Winnie didn't answer my shit, chat. What do I do now? Winnie did not answer my phone. I'm not going to Walmart, gang. If she didn't answer my shit, I'm not going, gang. Pro hater, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. There is sometimes he be hating. I ain't gonna lie, Joe. You know you my mans, bro. Joe, I forgave you, but there is sometimes you do be hating unnecessarily. That is the perfect way to do it. Oh my God, that is the perfect way to say that. I think he hates. when it's not necessary. You feel what I'm saying? When it's not necessary, that's when he hates. Because he hate with no research. That's perfect too. Oh my God. I could just tell. I could tell he hate with no research. He don't do no research. He just start hating. It is what it is, though. You feel what I'm saying?
I just think that homeboy has presented himself to be a clout chaser for the term of the relationship. Last time being mentioned on this broadcast for the rest of eternity. You got to weigh the pros and cons of leaving your famous girlfriend to get all of.
Yo, he wildin'. Nah, bro. DDG is him, bro. DDG is him. DDG is him. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so just real quick, and the reason why I don't, I'm not going to argue this point again because I already argued this point before on this podcast. I'm not about to sit here and double down and break down who DDG again is. So that's the reason why I just let the cast in that thing because, like I said, Joe's a great podcaster. Even what he just said, sometimes niggas just hate and don't do their research. You're not going to sit here and tell me that fucking DDG last girlfriend before he got in a relationship with Haley was Ruby Rose, and you telling me this nigga clout chasing, like, bro, stop what you doing. Like, let's be serious. And that's me being nice, and I don't want to fucking be rude to that girl.
But I do think it's clout chasing because if you ain't announced that y'all was in a relationship, or even when y'all had the baby, why now announce that y'all broke?
What you talking about, nigga? They did announce. He used to post her all the time.
When they first started dating, they wasn't announcing.
Marcus, they've been together for years now, though.
Right, but when you first started, my thing is, she didn't even announce it. So for you to come out. Just say, hey,
What are you talking about? They announced, nigga, she took him to the fucking Little Mermaid red carpet. What are you talking about?
Right. So you just snatched the cherry out of Usher's hand, and now all of a sudden, oh yeah, we broke.
I mean, I don't know what their relationship status was, or what was the purpose behind them breaking up, or what was their beef. But I'm just saying, I'm not agreeing with you sitting here saying he was childless. We already had this argument before here a year ago. They've been in a relationship for damn near over 2 or 3 years now. We had this same exact argument a year ago when I said he had to run down all the DDG songs or whatever the case may be, and that's even why I said, like, sometimes Joe leave a room for niggas to dunk with him because. Dog, DDG already got a fucking platinum song. You got a gold song. Like, dog, come on, dog. You can't. That's my only point. You can't. Sometimes, like I said again, I can separate the two. You got to be careful on how you shoot at niggas because you can't shoot at the niggas who had a more successful fucking music career than you did, and trying to make it seem like he clout chasing. Like, bro, he's not. Like, he don't need that girl. He doesn't. We had this argument before. Like, he don't need her. I'm sorry. And that's me saying it the most respectful way possibly. But nigga, we all got 2 eyes. Y'all compare her to fucking Ruby Rose, and then you tell me whatever you want to tell me after that. Like, nigga, he had Ruby Rose. Like, he had Ruby Rose before Ruby Rose was anybody. He the one who helped pipe Ruby Rose up, and she done been on interviews saying that. So go knock yourself out. I want to play this clip of because we was talking about it earlier when we was talking, and it's a new slang going around, and I didn't know this was a slang, and it's called YNS, and I guess that stands for young niggas, and they just put a S on young niggas, like YN. That's why when I was like, how is that a new thing? But I'm just thinking, I'm like, because nigga, the Migos was YRN, young rich niggas, but then I guess they took out, and now they just YNS. But I want to play this clip of G Herbo real quick.
On you a lane. The generation under us, I don't feel like they was like that for real. I feel like they just thought that shit was cool to do. And it just fucked them up. Like, you feel me? Like, a lot of these kids, they still had the potential to play sports and do all this shit. And they like, no, hell no, I want to be like Keith. I want to be like her. Social media aspect of it, like, they have pressure to do it. So now it's like, if you ain't got no gun on you a lame or you a bitch, you feel me? Like, it wasn't like that with us, gang. Like, it was real street niggas from our hood that didn't even carry a gun because they was just players. Like, niggas that just fuck with the bitches, but they real street niggas. They know how to fight. It's niggas who trap, who just sold drugs to take care of their family and didn't play with guns. But that didn't mean they was no bitch ass niggas or they was the niggas that you play with. You feel me? Because a nigga will resort to that. But now they force this next generation to have to carry a gun. Like, now everybody is 30 niggas from a neighborhood, all with switches, and they shooting them. Like, when we was gang banging, you knew what niggas was like that. You feel me? Because it was only a handful of niggas that was like that. Now everybody like that now. You feel what I'm saying? Because they forcing their hand to do that. Like, oh yeah, you ain't no shit. You ain't sliding. You ain't doing this. You ain't doing that. When it's like, It was never like that when we was in the streets. You feel me?
And I wanted to play that clip because I totally agree with everything that he just said. And going and leading into that, I do want to play this clip that was flying around, that was going viral in Chicago, of some little kids. Like, these kids look like, man, they couldn't have been more than, what you want to say, like 8 or 9? I don't even know if they was 8 or 9. I'm gonna say they look like they could have been like, shit, they might have been like 7, dog. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. These little niggas was young as hell. And I'm gonna play this clip because they are in Chicago. Then we can kind of break down, like, where do we think the changes went.
No, we ain't playing. We play real good.
We got thieves right here.
What
y'all look? Why y'all out here like that though?
Bitch ass niggas.
Baby 12 down now.
Fuck baby
They ain't
12
gonna come down here.
They ain't gonna do shit on phone now. Fuck Tom down.
Damn, why y'all wilding like this though?
Fuck somebody else.
How old you is behind the mask?
Fuck Tom.
How old you is? How old you is? Damn, that's how y'all go?
Yeah.
Damn, y'all niggas crazy, bro. Y'all ain't gonna rob me or nothing, y'all.
We ain't gonna rob you.
All right, huh? 2 for you too.
Hey, let me get another dollar because I got safety on.
All right. 2 for you too, man.
Get another dollar.
Y'all don't be robbed.
I'm down safety up.
So I was wrong. They was 11. They shiestied up, and the little nigga had this nigga hit to me. I'm looking at body size. Nigga looked like he like 8 or 9. But they said they 11. Nigga had a gun damn near bigger than him. Like, literally, he pulled the gun from up under his shirt. Nigga, the gun literally took up his whole torso. So, but my whole thing of it is, and that is the generation that we live in now, the shiesties, the kids running around with the shiesties, thinking it's cool. Because everything G Herbo said, he's absolutely right. Growing up, you didn't even really, I don't even think I ever seen niggas outside with guns. And it used to be 50, 60 niggas outside at a time, but niggas was outside trying to get money. Where it's to the point now, these young niggas don't even care about getting money for real. They rather just look tough than actually get some money. And I think that even kind of changed with the rap music, where it's like, to be a rapper at one point in time, it's like you used to have to actually look like you get some money. Now it's just like, who can put the most guns in their video? The more guns you can put in your video, the more lit you're gonna be. So it's kind of just like the times have changed so much where they have took away. It's not the money no more. It's not about getting money. It's about, all right, who could just look like they gonna hurt the most people? And that's kind of just what it is. And it trickled down to even how kids behave in the street. Like, these little niggas ain't trying to rap. They live real life, really just outside, 11 years old, begging for money. He gave these niggas $2 bills. That's crazy. Like, this little nigga could have robbed you, and you sitting here trying to give him $2 and $3. Like, you a bold nigga for even playing with them like that. Because there's no way in hell I would even sit here and play with them and get them. Now the fuck around gave them little niggas $20 each. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? But that is the times that we live in. That is just how crazy the world continuously goes. And it's kind of just like, I don't even know where you stop or where you even started at this point.
The breaking news, the TikTok personality wanted as a person of interest in the case of a slain mental health therapist in Baton Rouge is now in custody. Baton Rouge police tell us Terrion Thomas was arrested yesterday in Texas. The Dallas Police Department making that arrest. Police say Thomas, also known as Mr. Prada on TikTok, is charged with aggravated criminal damage to property, resisting an officer, and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. As we get the latest details, we're going to update this story.
Like I said, bro, this I feel like that clip kind of went by fast, but this world is crazy. This world is crazy, and it just be like people be all over the place, about to snap. Our brains just be moving around, just doing anything. I do kind of want to run this clip back one more time, just so y'all could just see how, like, and this little dude is popular on TikTok.
Is charged with aggravated criminal. And following the breaking news, the TikTok personality wanted as a person of interest in the case of a slain mental health therapist in Baton Rouge is now in custody. Baton Rouge police tell us Terrion Thomas was arrested yesterday in Texas. The Dallas Police Department making that arrest. Police say Thomas, also known as Mr. Prada on TikTok, is charged with aggravated criminal damage to property, resisting an officer, and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. As we get the latest details, we're going to update this story.
Yeah, so because the word she used at first, she kind of threw me off because she said slayed. But basically, this nigga's getting. They haven't charged him yet, but they are bringing him in for questioning for the murder of a therapist. I don't necessarily know if it was his therapist. I mean, it probably had to be for them to have some type of connection to him to even tie him into it. But it's just like, bro, it's just so. I always just, and I'll continuously say this. I just would sit here and highly recommend pray as much as you possibly can, because, bro, this world is crazy. Like, it's just literally, it don't matter. Like, you can have somebody can have it all because most people, like I said, especially at a certain age group, you'd sit here and people will be like, damn, I just want to be lit on TikTok or be popping on social media where I can make some money. That don't necessarily mean that that's going to help you in your mental state. Because perfect example, like nigga, look at him.
So then do you see now why maybe Kim probably is trying to fight for that what's name? Because
what you mean?
Like just, I mean, like even what you said with that, with the whole therapist and all that, but like now knowing whatever went happen with the with the boys or whatever. Like, do you think okay, well maybe they weren't mentally, right, or they felt
okay? So yeah, and I did hear people saying because we do know new words now and we're using new words. I still just like I said, I didn't never see the real like thing, but if the way they show that, you just got to watch it. Just watch the first 2 episodes. If you watch the first 2 episodes, then I feel like let's just have a conversation. But I feel like those words don't erase how violent they was to their parents, dog. Okay. Like you get what I'm saying? Like I get it. People using that now, like because of course, you talking about this happened and that shit happened in the 80s. So yeah, in the 80s, nobody even knew what mental shit. Niggas barely knew what mental health was fucking 10 years ago. So you sit here saying 20, 30 years ago, nobody was even using it. That wasn't even an option. But to me, it's nowhere in hell I don't want somebody to be able to hide behind new words just because in the last 7 years, mental health has become this big, huge thing, especially through the pandemic, is ramped up even more. You can't let somebody get away with hiding behind those words because you're still creating violent acts, and that's the first thing they do, especially every time we talk about mass shootings or whatever. That's the first word they want to throw in. Oh, this person may be mentally off a little bit. Nah, dog. I ain't trying to hear that shit. You can't hide behind no mental health shit, especially not the way them 2 niggas executed their parents. I totally disagree with that one. I don't think that's cool. But I guess, and like I said, because we did, I don't even know I don't think we got a chance to talk about the docs last week because I feel like it's no way in hell we could have, because I want to say this shit only lasts for like 3 days. But again, sometimes the news had that thing where they do for people, and it may be more of an older person thing. So for people, just a little backstory for people who don't know what was going on. The docks and the ports, it was in New York City, Baltimore, and
East Coast.
Yeah, just basically the whole East Coast. They were on strike. And they were on strike they basically wanted a 70% raise, but they end up agreeing with a 62% raise, which will take their wages from $39 an hour to $63 an hour. Sweet baby Jesus. But they went on a strike, and when they went on strike, guess what it did? It made all the old people rush to Costco's. I'm sure y'all seen it all over the news. The lines was crazy through the door at every Costco's, all up and down the East Coast. And the crazy thing is, and that's why I just like listening to so many different shows. I'm listening to Hot 97, and they had a clip of a lady who used to work on the docks. I forgot what she used to do or what role that she had on it. She basically was sitting here saying, dog, y'all don't have to rush to the stores because the only main thing that you will really notice that would have went low first would have been bananas. Bananas would have been the only thing that really was affected out of there because she was just like, and that was the funny thing. It was like, dog, read your water. The water comes from America. Read your toilet paper. It comes from America. None of these things would be in the port anyway. So, but it was still, everybody was rushing, treating it just like how it was when they say here about to do the shutdown with the pandemic. Everybody rushing, getting all the toilet paper, getting all the water. And it's just so crazy to see how, like, when you be like, watch the news, be like, but look how quick the news can fucking influence people to really sit here. I mean, of course, rushing to go buy a bunch of toilet paper and water. You're gonna drink. I mean, hopefully you drink water every day anyway. So water gonna you're gonna drink it. So you can't never have too much water. And toilet paper, hopefully, if you eating right, you're gonna use the bathroom every day. So I mean, those are things that realistically you're gonna use every day anyway. But it was just so funny to be like, that shit only lasts for literally like 72 hours. So if you watch the news on Monday, by the time Wednesday or let's say if it went on strike, I think Tuesday, they went on strike on Tuesday. By the time you sit here saying Thursday they going back to work.
Shit, that just show how powerful that shit can be.
I mean, of course, because the news do it. Because the news do it. All they do. I mean, think about it. The news do it every time when it's a weather. Oh, it's about to be this crazy storm. You should prepare.
But not even that. I'm just like how important, because that they bring in a lot of money, and you talking about damn near $1 billion a day off of them ports. So they're very viable, and that's what I think a lot of people kind of don't realize. Like when motherfuckers go on strike and shit, what's name? Because I had that happen to me when I think it was one of them Lord what's names went on strike, and I was the auto part, my part couldn't get shipped in.
Oh yeah. No,
so
that's stuff here for a cop.
So you people take it for granted, but in reality, like that should be really meaning something.
No, but what I'm saying is though, think about what I'm talking about is the people who rush to the stores and don't even read your packaging. Because we do that. I mean, let's be clear. Let's be honest. A lot of the stuff we put in our body, and I'm not sitting here saying that I'm not in this mix because nigga, I drink these pre-workouts every day, all day long, and I don't read that shit. So I don't know what I'm putting in my body, but that's the perfect example of still people just the first thing you run and go do is go buy something that is made in America that it had nothing to do with the ports. Was crazy. Like everything that people was buying, that's all people. If you watching any of them videos that was going viral from the Costco, that's all people had filled up in their carts was just water and toilet paper. And all of these things is made in America. So it was just so crazy to just see how many people were just really crashing out. And I'm not one thing I ain't gonna never crash out for is no damn water. Because guess what? I will tap water myself. I'm cool. I don't know what type of shit y'all be on. I'm never gonna sit here. You ain't having me buying no crazy fancy waters or nothing like that. Before all else fills, I drink that shit right out the faucet.
I hope we go on a goddamn strike. That shit is crazy.
What else is going on? Talked about Rich Homie. Oh yeah, Kendrick Lamar is shit, he nominated, he submitted 5 times, 5 different categories. He has nominated Not Like Us into the Grammys.
And Like That, I think.
Nah, he wouldn't be able to do Like That because Like That ain't his song, it's Future song. Future would have to do it.
I thought that was on.
No, I think I want to say it's Not Like Us and Euphoria.
I thought I saw Like That.
I mean, you might have seen I'm sure. I mean, you might have Like That might be on it, but I'm just saying what he personally did for his songs. He put it 5 times for Not Like Us. I'm sure he gonna win it. That's to me. I guess I kind of really want to see what is Drake's comeback gonna be for 2025, and I do kind of wonder if he's still gonna put out that project with him and Party Next Door. He said October, so I mean we in October now. I kind of do want to see if they're gonna do that. What have we got to pick?
Do a bomb.
Oh, yeah, so I do want to see if they're going to do that one. So real, I just want to kind of see how he's going to bounce back if Kendrick do end up winning Grammys for a diss song, and then of course the Super Bowl performance. I do kind of just want to see how is Drake really going to come back to just completely take the storm. Because of course I don't think now. And the crazy thing is people talk about Not Like Us, how it was getting played on the radio. I'm gonna tell you one person because what was it, Saturday? I think I just let the radio play. Nigga, Sexy Red got like Jesus Christ, that girl got a bunch of songs on fucking radio. Like, I don't care how you feel or what you say about Sexy Red, bro. She got a lot of songs on the radio, from Rich Baby Daddy to Get It Sexy to she had a couple. I literally know for a fact I heard like 5 different Sexy Red songs on the radio over this weekend. But like I said, shout out to Kendrick Lamar. I guess we'll figure it out. I do kind of, like I said, my biggest thing out of all of this, I just want to see how Drake will respond. Kansas City Chiefs Rashee Rice, his mom is out of pocket. She is one of the most craziest fucking people on planet Earth. If people who don't know who Rashee Rice is, he is a young man who was in a severe car accident late March, early April of this year. Realistically, if he was any of us, he would probably be locked up right now. He wouldn't even be able to play football. And when I say that 2024 is the year of karma, it's definitely the year of karma for Rashee Rice, because he was in a 6-car accident. I'm talking about a real bad accident. I don't believe anybody lost their life, but I do believe it were severe injuries, and that is realistically why he should be in jail anyway. But because he plays for the Kansas City Chiefs, he hasn't been charged yet, hasn't been prosecuted. I think they even pushed the trial back until the season is over. So realistically, if he does end up getting suspended or getting any charges, it probably won't happen it won't affect him until next season. But like I said, calm as a bitch. So guess what happened to him last week? Was that last week or this week?
Last week.
Yeah, last week playing Patrick Mahomes injured him. The Kansas City report, some of the staff is sitting here saying that the injury isn't as severe as it looked, but originally they said it looked like it could have been a season-ending injury. And then, like I said, calm as a bitch. Later on throughout the week, I want to say, what was it? Maybe Wednesday or something, like Wednesday or Thursday, a video goes viral of his mom still in a package. She was like in a new hall, a new apartment complex, and everybody got ring lights, but it's like one of them apartment complexes. You can tell it's like a model apartment complex. And she looked like, and the crazy thing about it is it looked like she made eye contact with the Ring camera. Like it looked like she might have been looking at the package, but to me, it seemed like she made eye contact with the Ring camera, looked at the camera, was like, and looked around, and then picked up the package from her neighbor's doorstep and kept it pushing. No, but the crazy thing is she had a Kansas City Chiefs jersey. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not a diehard Kansas City fan, but I'm going out on a limb on the Taylor Swift effect was for Travis Kelce jerseys and Patrick Mahomes jerseys only, not no fucking Rashee Rice jersey. But his mother got a Rashee Rice jersey, and on the back of her jersey it says Rice's mom. So you got a custom made jersey for your son that's not a mega star on his team. And you had a little kid with you. So she literally looked in the eyes of the goddamn Ring camera, picked this package up and would just go ahead and just take this person packages. So now she is being charged for taking these package for this, stealing her neighbor's package. Again, some stuff you like I said, karma's a bitch. You can feel like you can get over on this, you can get over on karma as long as you think you want to, but trust and believe when it knocks on your door, it's gonna knock on your door. So Rasheed, right, you gotta pay for your makeup. So I ain't gonna lie to you, you got over on them people with that accident, but hey, we're gonna see. I'm not a Kansas City Chiefs fan. I'm not gonna wish his injury his season long. I'm never gonna do that. But I mean, karma's a bitch.
2, this your opinion. You think you amounted to more than me? Don't you fuck your shoes banging your desk and your PlayStation.
Hold on, you really mad about my opinion? Like, this shit crazy as hell to me. Are you okay? You supposed to be a light-skinned rapper. You supposed to be the hottest bitch out right now. Where's your hit song, bitch?
I'm supposed to be a light-skinned rapper, bitch?
Yeah.
My skin complexion?
Yeah. Light-skinned rapper supposed to be up there. Light-skinned rapper supposed to be up there. Where's your hit record, bitch?
You supposed to be fitted in your shirt, ho. And you supposed to be
Where's your hit record, bitch? Where's your hit record? Where's your hit record?
You supposed to have a real vanity, bitch. You got a little ass desk in the corner.
Where's your hit record?
You got a fake ass podcast. What are you talking about? You really a hater, bitch. You really a hater.
I've been a hater. I'm the biggest hater, bitch. I'm the biggest.
Who is the biggest?
I'm the biggest.
The damn show here.
Takesha LaFay, the biggest hater, ho.
Takesha LaFay. Takesha Bojangle eating ass LaFay.
Takesha LaFay, the biggest hater, ho. What you talking about?
I'm hating though. On some G shit. If you was on some smooth shit, I would have said your swoop cute. That shit fried. What are you talking about?
My
that
shit
sweet. It looked homemade, bitch. What are you talking about?
Nice.
And I'm bothered because I don't fuck with hating ass hoes. I be around bitches who real. And even if that is your real opinion, I gotta give it to you. I give you your 10s for having her, bitch. But I expected a bitch to look like Regina King, bitch. Regina George, Regina Hall, Keisha Cole. You could have been looking like anything, bitch. You ain't looking like nothing. Bitch, what are you talking about? And then I ain't gonna lie, I said your amenities was all, I ain't know too much about you, but your house look nice.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You welcome.
But look here, when I said amount to nothing, I didn't mean like your whole existing. I mean, you don't amount to nothing in the rap space. You don't make no noise in the rap space. I wasn't saying your entire fucking life amounts to nothing.
Of course, because that wouldn't,
that don't make sense.
Also, 2.
All right, so again, for people who don't know who that is, I did just randomly play a clip. That is Lakia. Lakia is also signed to QC. And again, like I said, I do feel like since QC sold their label to whatever that company was, I just feel like their rappers, this sign of them kind of just none of them ain't made no noise in a minute. And that's Lakia, that's Gloss Up. I love Icewear Vezo. That's Icewear Vezo. And I feel like Icewear Vezo kind of got his own motion just because Detroit is Detroit and he kind of and they really got their own shit going on and they kind of really networking and politicking together, keeping each other above water, but that don't have nothing to do with QC. So I'm not going to put Icewear Vezo in it, but I felt like if Icewear Vezo was a QC label when QC was QC, I felt like Icewear Vezo would be the biggest nigga from Detroit. But because he with QC now and they kind of just whatever. And Lakia is on it. And her and this girl was going back and forth on TikTok. And Lakia is one of those other artists. Every time I kind of get on TikTok, she don't be on there as much as Soulja Boy. She kind of be on there more off the late night. So if I get on TikTok off the late night, she kind of really be on there a lot. That was just one of those things. She was going back and forth because the girl was just like, bro, you light skinned and you ain't lit. Like you supposed to be pretty. Listen, Lakia is a beautiful woman. But so I kind of get what the girl was saying is like, you can actually rap and you light skinned and you ain't even mid. Like you ain't even really you ain't making no fucking noise at all. And I'm not mad at her. I can't disagree with what she's saying. The only thing I will give Lakia a little bit of credit. She was on the theme song for the WNBA. It was her, Flau'jae, and Bia. I can't even remember who verse get played the most when they play it, but I mean, she ain't really doing shit, and she can rap for real, but she don't got no hits. And I think, and she maybe, I don't even want to say she don't put out music enough. I can't even really tell you what it is. What's the miss? I couldn't tell you. I ain't even gonna try to sit here and make it up in my head, but she just really can't get off the porch. I think the kid might got like one song I may have on my gym playlist, and it may just be, and I don't want to sit here and make it like I'm a real judge of her music, like I'm really press and play on every song she put out to even study it and be like, I can tell why her career not taking off, but it's just not. I want to play another clip. I kind of wanted to play this clip of Rod Wave, but I feel like I got another. It was this group of niggas, and they was debating on this Atlanta thing, and I kind of agree with what they was talking about. So I kind of do want to play their take on Atlanta. Who was that John at? Oh, fuck. I'm going to play this Chris Brown shit. Fuck.
I'm sure the girls want a couple more questions and things. For the young ladies, I mean, what's up, man? You got a girl or what?
Nah, I'm keeping my options open, so y'all be checking for me, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Thank you so much.
that's the type of stuff will get you in trouble, player.
Chris Brown is the name. Get used to that right there.
Chris Brown's an amazing and talented musician, but let's call a thing a thing. He's a abuser of women consistently, unapologetically.
Was your Chris pull a gun on that girl?
When is your hearing for your restraining order?
Has a long list of various different women.
Seem pretty upset. Are you sure you don't really call victims advocates have them come talk to you?
Who've accused Chris Brown of assaulting them.
Senator Chris Brown has been detained in an alleged case of rape.
He has an audience full of assault deniers.
No, I have not spoken about this matter publicly, but that's the only way that he can be stopped.
So, you know, one thing I learned about Chris Brown is, and I don't mean this like in a disrespectful way, Chris Brown is really him. And the sad thing is, like, when I seen this video get posted, of course, you know, first thing I do, I run to the comments, bro. And there's so many women. That's the fucked up part about it. That's where we actually live at. Like, because women actually love Chris Brown, want to have sex with Chris Brown, think Chris Brown is this sexy ass man. They didn't give a fuck. Why y'all keep picking on Chris Brown? Get the fuck out of here. Nobody don't want to see this shit, this, that, and the third. I'm like, bro, are y'all serious? Like, that to me is so crazy how people pick and choose what they okay with because of how they feel about your personally, how they like you. Because I'm just like, how can you sit here and say this after we actually seen the Diddy and Cassie thing? Because I feel like after you seen that, your sensitivity level should be a lot different when people start talking about domestic violence. And let's be clear, I do understand that some of these stories, and Chris Brown has already done time, already been charged, already done community service or whatever, went to whatever classes he had to, especially for the Rihanna stuff, and even for the what was the other young lady after he dated Rihanna, Karrueche. So after those things, if he has already kind of paid his debt to society for those things already. So I do kind of understand, especially if you're a fan of Chris Brown, where that shit can kind of get frustrating. Like, damn, why y'all keep picking on him? But for this other, like, it's just so crazy to see how they just dismiss it off the break. Like, this shit don't stand a chance in hell. We not supporting this. We don't want to see this. To see how fast they shot that down to me, it was kind of like, damn, that's kind of just like nuts. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh my God, I gotta play this AI shit. Oh my God, this is the craziest shit ever. Okay, real quick before I play it, so let me explain what I'm about to play. I'm about to play this clip of this new AI software. So there's 3 different people. I think it's 3 different black people who play the clip. It is a regular black girl who got a hood joint. It's a African girl and a Jamaican dude. So they all sit here and had this AI thing talk back to them. So I'm gonna play these clips. Bro, this, oh my God, this is too real.
It's going good. I really like your voice, but I would like it better if you could talk in Ebonics.
I got you. What's on your mind?
I'm chilling. What you got going on?
Just chilling, here to chat it up with you. Anything you want to talk about or you just vibing today?
Who? I'm just who?
Bet. Sometimes you just got to kick back and enjoy the moment. If you want to chop it up about something, just let me know.
You trying to chop? You said chop it up?
Yeah, chop it up means to talk or.
Girl, I know what it means. Girl, I know what it means. You ain't gotta school me about no. Baby, I do this.
My bad. I ain't mean it like that. You right. You got this. What you want to chop it up about?
Watch your mouth, girl. Should I cut this off?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. I really like.
If he ain't bringing you peace or adding to your life in a positive way, then maybe it's time to let him go. You gotta do what's best for you. Feel me?
No, I feel you. But what if that wee-wee is big?
I get it. I really do. But remember, size ain't everything.
Oh,
If he ain't bringing you peace.
Awesome. I'm excited too. How's the voice mode experience for you so far?
It's going good, but it would be really even cooler if you could talk in Jamaican patois.
No problem, me brother. Me can chat you in a patois all day long. What you want for reason about?
Whoa, that's really good. Which part of Jamaica are you from?
Me not actually from Jamaica, but me love the culture and the language.
Whoa, you sure you're not from here?
Me swear, me day fi help and chat with you in any way me can. If you have anything you want to talk about or ask, me ready.
All right, tell me what you know about Kingston.
Well, Kingston are the capital and cultural heart of Jamaica. You can find the Bob Marley Museum. Awesome, I'm excited too.
Hi, Colby. How are you?
Hi there. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm doing okay. I was wondering if you could speak in broken Nigerian English called Pidgin.
Of course. I sabi speak small pidgin. Oh, wetin you want make we yarn about?
Honestly, I don't expect say you go follow me on for broken English, but yeah, I'm stumped.
No wahala. Anytime you want yarn for pidgin, I dey here gidigba. Wetin dey your mind?
Hunger dey wire me. I don't know what's if I cook.
No wahala. If anything enter your mind, you fit ask me anytime. I dey your back.
You fit give me a suggestion on waiting if you cook. Hi, Colby. How are you?
You want me to tell you why that shit kind of gets scary and it get a little crazy? Because it's just like, bro, it's going to eventually technology will leave you to the point where you don't need nobody. Like you real life, really, that type of technology and that type of shit will just absolutely eliminate the other person. And I got a podcast episode that's gonna come out there when I went and got this like head massage, and they was talking about just the weighted blankets on like how weighted blankets make you feel like you cuddling with somebody. So I can only imagine if I got a weighted blanket and I can literally just hold this conversation with this phone now. Like it could literally sit here.
What would she sound like?
I don't know. Pick a voice. I don't even know what I would want it to sound like. But I mean, look, they just did 3 different fucking voices. They did a hood jump, a Jamaican, and a fucking African jump. So I'm sure whatever else I'm looking for in between, they can get it there. So you sit here saying, and I'm just saying, like, that's today. Like, that's today. What did we sit here saying 2 years from now? How much worse better it's going to get?
Yeah.
And that's the thing when I be talking about, bro, how scary it get to just like, man, sometimes the technology can't just, oh, man, I ain't going to lie to you, dog. That shit get tricky. It get tricky. It gets scary because it's just never like,
what's next?
Yeah. What's really next? I want to play this little dating clip shit.
traditional relationships are like on their way out?
I mean, absolutely. Like, I mean, well, I'm not a traditional man, so it's hard for me to like sort of generalize across the board. But I mean, look at how it is nowadays. The internet, like, it's just you have so many options. Like, I've never been into the dating apps, but I imagine it's like gambling almost. Like, it feels just like you're swiping. It becomes addictive. Like, there's just too many out. I mean, back in the day, like, you know, you had maybe one boyfriend, girlfriend, and like that was because there wasn't a lot of options. But now, you know, we in a relationship. I got this girl from high school DMing me like, "Hey, what's up? You looking good?" Like that. There's so many ways to cheat, and
necessity. Like I feel like back then people needed more. They worked together as a family. They had more children based off of like taking care of land or taking care of, you know, household things or, you know, I think things are just not as.
And I think our generation too. Like I think we've kind of gotten to a place where we expect our partners to be perfection, and like that's not really what relationships are. Like,
do you feel like traditional relationships are like
relationship is never going to be perfect? Like we all love the honeymoon period of relationship. It's the best thing in the world. Let's head over heels. But then, okay, how does it work once you get a little choppy and stuff? Like, you know, that's when you test the merit of a relationship.
Absolutely.
So like that's why I'm like, and then Dave, you're gonna start causing me more stress than satisfaction and relief, then like that relationship is not worth it, you know?
Yeah, it's not the same.
I'm on the internet. I got hoes, baby. I got hoes. I'm just like,
what's really not fair is that women are still held to not like we can't never be like, I got hoes, I got niggas like that.
You can't. Well, that's why you gotta hang with the hoes I know. They'd be like, yeah, I got
the hoes I know.
You know, I would say really the most important thing in a relationship is trust. At the end of the day, like if you don't trust your partner, then it's not gonna go far. Like I've never been the type that I want to be all up in my girl's phone, checking it, see who she's messaging, this, that, and the third. And I think that's a big problem. A lot of men that I talk to have a lot of jealousy issues. Me personally, like I said, relationship is never going to be perfect. Like we all love the honey. I'm not pressed if I'm out at the club with my girl or out and she's dancing around with her girls and maybe a dude like grinds about her. Like she's coming home with me at the end of the night. Like I'm not pressed about that. So dudes need to learn how to be more confident, and because also I'm speaking from I'm 39.
All right, so again, and the reason why I played that clip, just coming straight back off of what we were talking about with the AI thing, with the blanket, I think all of those things go hand in hand because I think it all just realistically goes hand in hand on how humans will become detached from each other. We won't need that extra feeling and that extra the shit that we was used to. You're not gonna need it no more. And if you're not, maybe that you're not gonna need it, you may still earn for it. You still may want it, but realistically, you'll eventually learn how to live without it. You'll eventually learn how to live without human touch, without actually holding conversation with people. So I mean it'll happen, and that's kind of why I wanted to play that clip right behind each other. I do want to play this clip of Zion Williams. He was doing, of course, for people who don't know, the NBA had their media day. Oh, we didn't talk about it real quick before I play the clip of Zion. Man, shout out to LeBron and shout out to Savannah, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you because that shit's so tight to me, dog. Because you gotta think about it. LeBron had been in the league since 2006. 2K came out in 2000 even, right? The first 2K came out in 2000 even, dog. You gotta think about it. That shit, what was that? Sega Dreamcast? When the first 2K came out with Shaq and who was on it? Iverson. Dog, you gotta think about it. So listen to what I'm saying. So literally Shaq been on 2K since the 6-1. You got to think about it, him and they are my age, so they grew up on playing this video game. And for you to sit here and grow up from just being, okay, my husband is on the game to my son is on the game now, seeing that video, LeBron uploaded a video of Savannah playing 2K in the practice facility, just playing with Bronny. And to me, that shit got to be so tight as a mom because it's just the same way. It's just like, even if you're a fan, like shit, even for somebody like me, nigga, I haven't even played the regular 2K25 side. I only play on the WNBA side because, nigga, I'm an Angel Reese fan and that shit is tight. Like I seen this girl go from, I remember the episode when me and Fat Mike was on here and we was talking about her doing Wingstop commercials when she was at Maryland University. So to be able to see this, and that's not my kid. So I can only imagine how tight that would be to watch my kid go from somebody you actually gave birth to, push them out of your vagina, and literally they on 2K now. You talking about this is, it ain't no other basketball games no more. Like this is the game. So now your kid that you gave birth to is on this game and you can actually play it. So that was a tight moment that LeBron and Savannah had because he was kind of, I'm sure he probably was not jealous, but he was tight like, damn, you'll never play 2K no other time. But now you sitting here playing and getting your practice on because your son in the game. Like that shit to me was so tight. They had their different little moments. Anthony Davis had his little uncle moment with Bronny during the media day. Only I can say one nigga was kind of a little spicy, and I ain't mad at him. It's Max Christie. You got to really probably be a Lakers fan to even know who Max Christie is. But the little nigga, he seemed like he kind of like, nigga, I'm not about to sit here and take no back burner to Bronny. And that was the energy he was kind of just giving off. And even in that first preseason game, that's still kind of the energy he was delivering on the floor. Max Christie looked like, I'm not about to sit here and just be happy to be a Laker. I want some actual time this year.
Usually have an album or some music that you're listening to kind of be the soundtrack of your summer or for the season coming up. Anything to kind of give us a peek of kind of where your mentality is for the upcoming year?
That's a great question. I don't know. I feel like I've kind of been all over. But, you know, Notorious B.I.G., Ready to Die, that's always in the mix. Nas, Illmatic. Gotta throw Larry June up there. A lot of Currency. Let me say that. Let me start there. I feel like early, especially when I started like training seriously, I feel like Currency was heavy in the mix.
Zion, you usually have an album or some music that you're listening to kind of...
Real quick, before I play his second part, can I say something? I think he's a fucking liar. And the reason why I think he a liar, bro, you're younger than me. I don't believe that you was actually playing no goddamn Biggie Ready to Die or no Nas Illmatic. And that's the and I'm gonna tell you two reasons why I don't believe it. One, because you're only in your 20s and these albums was out before you was even fucking born. And then two, because you from the South, you're not even from New York. So there's nowhere in here, and you from the country. I don't believe I'm with the Larry June thing because that's more some new modern day shit. So I kind of believe that. I'm even kind of can get maybe even Currency because you play in New Orleans. Currency be at a lot of games, so I'm sure Currency got a different type of relationship with a lot of these players. So they may listen to him. So I wouldn't argue those two. But the first two for me, I'm calling cap because you too young and you from the South. I just don't believe it. Like it's just hard for me to believe, dog. Like when the last time, like nigga, I'm 40. I couldn't even tell you the last time I even listened to a fucking Biggie anything, and I damn sure ain't never listened to no Nas nothing. So you telling me a 20-something-year-old listening to Biggie and Nas before this nigga wasn't even born when these albums even came out? You believe him?
To a certain extent, yeah, it can be believable. I mean, especially like we in the day and age. Now, if you sit out and told me you went and bought the CDs, I wouldn't believe it. But because we in the day and age where it's streaming, I get
but that's what I'm saying. I get that it's streaming. But Marcus, do you know how hard it is? No, listen to me. I lived in this time. And listen, sit here and say, hey, I don't screw if it was even Biggie or if it was fucking Nas or whoever. Don't you know how hard it is to go back to some shit, nigga, some old Gucci? And that was in the 2000s. It just because sometimes you forget because so much new music come out.
Yeah, but everybody's not probably looking for new music. Like I tend to go back and listen to old albums a lot, so I can get it. And especially like let's just say you had it on shuffle and the joint came. Well, oh yeah, I remember the joint.
Yeah, to me that's the best way for something. Oh, and that's why I like to put my gym playlist on shuffle a lot because that's the only way I'm gonna get to some of them older albums, older songs. Excuse me, is to let it go back play. But I'm gonna finish playing the rest of this clip because he got pissed off at the nigga for this second answer.
Why wasn't Kendrick Lamar in your list for off-season workout playlists?
Jeez Christ. What makes you wait first? Before we go to the first part of the question, what made you ask that second question?
But I just feel like you had two good songs you could have been playing in the gym, man. Euphoria that night.
What songs would those be?
Euphoria, Not Like Us. I'm trying to just understand where was the greatness of the summer in your track list? I'm confused.
Man, I hear you. But you know, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine. But saying that, come on, it's Kendrick Lamar. Like, I really got to sit up here and talk about how good of an artist he is.
You just need to hear it, man. Sometimes something got to be explained, but you ain't explaining it. You know?
And that is one of my things on just when we talk about media, we talk about, it don't matter if it's hip hop media, sports media, or whatever, how sometimes people can just paint whatever picture you want. I respect that Zion kind of stood 10 toes. Like, why? Nigga, I didn't say Kendrick Lamar. Why the fuck why are you making me feel like I had to listen to Kendrick Lamar? Like, why did you say that? Why? Like, why? Explain to me why. Like, what's the songs that I had to listen to during my summer workout? Like, and that be my point of sometimes where people just try to, like, you try to push the Kendrick Lamar thing on people. And like I said, I mean, and that's why I'm kind of like, I said a few minutes ago, that is why I do just kind of want to see what's going to be Drake's counter punch to end all of the success of that diss song. Because you do got to kind of come out hard to kind of, to erase it and kind of water it down a little bit. What was this clip of JD? What was he talking about? Talking about, but I wanted to play this clip of these niggas because I said earlier he was from Atlanta. Where is it, John? Oh, rest in peace to what's his name? John Amos. I believe that's how you say his name. He was the father from Good Times. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that picture that girl posted up with that caption, she was wild. She was extremely out of pocket talking about she was talking, what she sit here and say, oh, you remember that day I put this pussy on you and you I can't remember what else she said, but dog, that man, some people just gotta stop what they're doing. And why? Because we just was talking about awards at the same time. I do want to sit here and say that some dude from the country music was basically like, and I kind of feel him, and I understand because it's Beyonce. Nobody gonna try to keep it a buck with what he was saying, but basically was saying like, dog, you got to come and play ball with us. You can't just put out one album and then expect for people to sit here and come and give you all these awards and sit here and say that you deserve all these awards, because realistically, we do the same thing with rap music. People get mad. Like, people think about, and the reason what I kind of wanted to play devil's advocate to that situation with what he was saying was like, people got pissed when Macklemore beat Kendrick Lamar for Rap Album of the Year, or people get pissed about Post Malone. Oh man, he sit here and use hip hop or whatever the case may be. You can't be mad at country music people for not wanting y'all to be able to do that with Beyonce. Like, no, you can't just come and put one album out and we're gonna give you all these awards and then leave the people who sit here is consistently putting out music and just run. And that's why that's why I feel like you can't, and it's hard for people to sit here and say it's racism, because look at how many fucking awards this Shabuzi nominated for. So it's kind of like that, and that's kind of almost their counter punch. Like, y'all ain't about to play with us and call it racism, because y'all do the same thing when it comes to rap music. Right. We don't sit here like, let's keep it a buck. We're fucking white people be at the BET Awards or the Soul Train Awards or whatever the case may be. Like, it don't be
Post Malone or something like that.
But when the last time Post Malone been in one? And I don't necessarily know how many like BET Awards that Post Malone in won. I don't know. So I couldn't even sit here and tell you that, or sit here and try to lie to you and say, oh yeah, well, Post Malone got a bunch of, like, I couldn't honestly say that. And that's my point of where it's like, yeah, I get it. Like, I can't be mad at them, and I can't disagree with them, because realistically, that honestly is the truth though. Like, we don't do it with them, so it's like, why try to do it with somebody else? I'll play this little influencer dude, Girlfriend.
When I was on the phone, I heard it. I screamed. I said, no, he did it. I said, Mom, call 911. When I was on the phone, I heard it. I screamed. I said, no, he did it. I said, Mom, call 911.
So this young lady who she talking about, we'll say influencer, but I seen on Say Cheese, I thought they said he put rap music too. So I'm sure it may be a little bit of mixture, but basically he was on phone with his girlfriend and he unalived himself. The young man name is Lucas Coy. I'm not familiar with him. I ain't about to sit here and get on here and act like I'm familiar with his music or what he actually had going on. But he basically unalived himself. I want to play this clip of Bobby Shmurda basically explaining why he feel like Meek Mills is getting all this extra slander on the internet.
Meek on the internet, then Meek Mill spoke on it. He's like, I hate these people on the internet. I'm gonna tell you what's going on with Meek. I left a team that Meek was on. Meek left that team, and that team, they come for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta understand, everything in a relationship is like a relationship with these labels, right? And leaving like a girl with a lot of power. Like, you could have gave that power. You giving that girl some good dick, right? But she has a lot of money and a lot of power. She's gonna try to make your life a living hell. And anything that she gonna we own the internet. we're gonna spread all the rumors about you. I'm gonna put 1,000, 3,000 comments making jokes. I'm gonna pay for 3,000 comments on every post.
Word,
all about it. And my shit is like, it's not even. I tell Meek, it's not even Meek. It's not even that they doing it, bro. They gonna do it. They try to call me gay. Most bitches ever. They like, come on, for real. Let's be serious. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even that. I'm not even mad at them doing it. It's be the that believe it. That's what you gotta do. It's like they gonna. I don't want to say that word. They're gonna do female.
Catch more heat on the internet than make
like that. Niggas gonna do female shit and spread rumors regardless.
They're naive.
But the motherfucker, not the naive people. That's the ones believing it. I'm talking about the ones that believe in it are the suckers because they just want it to be true because they hate us. You feel me? They hate it. Like, there's no way he can't be fucking all those bitches. He gotta be doing something. There's no way me could be that rich. There's no way Bobby doing it. There's no way they doing that. But we are doing it. Your bitch got all of that.
So if you don't understand what Bobby Shmurda was basically saying because him and Meek Mills both left the same management company. And I want to say the management company is Rock Nation because I don't think Meek Mills is Rock Nation anymore. So I'm assuming that's what it is. I don't necessarily, I could be wrong, but I'm going out on a limb. I believe it's not Rock Nation anymore. And I believe if you can even remember back and forth, I think even Jay-Z had a line in that song because it seemed like Meek had a little bit of smoke for Rock Nation or whatever the case may be. And he had in that verse, I forgot, me and Meek could never beef because I got Meek out of jail or whatever the case may be, whatever that line was. So he did have a line to kind of try to address it. So, I mean, I don't necessarily know. That's what I'm just thinking it could be. And it, like I said, I don't necessarily know. Like you can tell, like sometimes with those bot pages how they work. Like it can be just certain words that'll just pick up or whatever. I don't necessarily know how they work because I'm not familiar with it because I've never used one before. But obviously, it could be true. I mean, and I do think we live in the times where people are gullible enough to believe anything that they hear. So I mean. Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree. I don't necessarily disagree with it. I do want to play this clip of this lady.
Hey y'all, I'm finna go to lunch with my kid's stepmama. You know, I ain't trying to, you feel me? I ain't trying to like shit on her a little bit. I just, I just let you know, bitch, I'm cute now, you feel me? But we're gonna go to lunch and talk like ladies. I'm so excited. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna be transparent. I like Ashley. I really do. I like her because I asked her, I said, do you love Jordan? She said, yes. I said, do you love my kids? She said, yes. I said, okay. I'm gonna give you full custody. I'm gonna step back. Okay, y'all, I'm finna go to lunch with my kids. Bro, this is some real shit. Before we got in front of the table, I told her, I'm looking at her in her eyes. I said, listen, I like you, and I feel like you're a genuine person, and I'm happy as you. I'm not gonna act like it don't hurt. It hurt to know that my kids got a stepmama now, but I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can still feel a way. I'm told y'all. Because we was married, y'all. This shit don't go away. It don't just go away overnight. You're not gonna act like it don't hurt. To know that you playing mommy to my kids when I'm not there. But I'm happy as you. And I hope it's genuine. I hope you really do love my kids because I like you. And I'm giving you my blessing. So yeah, y'all, I am a little tore up, but it ain't like on some heartbroken shit where I'm tore up about him moving on. That's not the case. I'm just tore up that I did not know that my kids was, you know what I'm saying, being nurtured by somebody else. That's them feelings are valid. Here's, bro, this some real shit. Before we got in front of the table, I told her, I'm looking at her there.
So like I said, we talked about this on here before, and we talked about how sometimes like everybody act like they're gonna be cool if their significant other that they had kids with or ex or whatever move on and then but have a step parent or somebody else step up, but it may be a harder pill to swallow than people actually keep it a buck about actually it being. And I kind of respect her for coming out. And I don't know about her giving up the full custody shit. I kind of feel like, damn, this story is a little choppy, so I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on, why she got to give up complete full custody. But I guess. I don't know. I don't know how that one work or why she doing that. Or maybe because she's single and she rather her kids be raised in a 2-parent household. I guess. Yeah, but I always say that I think it sounds sweet when people will be arguing and when you kind of will get on these women versus men topics, but I don't think it necessarily is as easy a process as people want, especially if the person is really just a good parent. I think that parent or a good person is stepping in to become a step parent. I think that pill is a little bit harder to swallow than people actually admit that it being. I won't read this stuff from Chloe Ray because I think she is still going about thinking about getting implants. I went to get a consultation to get my boobs done. Everything I didn't know. 1 implant is only going to last 10 to 20 years, depending on what I get done. 2, you can't lift your arms up for a month straight after surgery. 3, the implants can be bruised inside of you. I mean, no, they can't burst inside of you. 4, when you lift heavy things and the implants will move. I don't know about that because I know some girls that actually got their titties done and they work out and they kind of be like, and that's the crazy thing is when you watch girls do that shit and you kind of know. I mean, what she's saying could be true, but I know they got to take their time before they start lifting the heavy again. But it just be so crazy when you talk about just like body dysmorphia and just how it's a thing, because sometimes you can sit here like you could be a fitness coach, and I seen a couple girls I followed, like they really be like posting workout videos all the time. You can see like their body getting the changes, but then they sit here and run and go get their boobs done, and I'd be like, damn, it don't matter how much you work out or what the world see as your results, you still got some other shit that you feel like is imperfect about yourself, certain stuff that you still want to redo or want to fix about yourself, and you still go fix it because it's just like, even with Coyle Ray, like for so long she kind of went back and forth with all the other rap girls about getting their body done and getting stuff done, and now it's kind of like she caving in almost. It's like she kind of just like, all right, fuck it, I'm fed up. It's just like that body dysmorphia shit is a real thing, and I don't necessarily know if I'm not even gonna say I don't know, because I know that I deal with it, but I really I don't want to put all the blame on social media, but I do think social media plays a large part on that. But let me finish reading off her list of things. Number 5 was the breast implants can get inserted inside as a massage. Don't make the implant softer. It just helps the stretches in the skin. 6, scar nipples can be bigger, or they look like they are bigger than nipples, depend on how good the job is. Yeah, I guess that was it. They scored. Oh, come on, man. That'll finish off my trifecta. They win all 3 of my Jones that hit today.
Where I'm being paid. Mm-hmm. But what's really interesting about this conversation I was having regarding prostitution was this came off the back of me saying that the thing people don't want to recognize is, and this is going to be very controversial to say, but marriage also is sex work, because a lot of women, what they're doing is, and this is controversial to say, because I'm gonna hear this. In your definition where you said earlier about prostitution, where you know, like you sleep with a man, you get money, or you hang out with him, you get money. Why I say marriage is prostitution is because what happens is women engage in marriage from a place where, okay, ideally he's gonna take care of you financially, and there's a home for you to live in. And what you are doing is you're fulfilling a role. So you're going to either be some sort of like homemaker, homekeeper, you're raising and rearing the kids, and you are partnering with him and sleeping with him in the hopes that the trade-off will be that you get validation, love, and activity where I'm being paid. But what's really upkeep, and the man understands and believes that if he continues to fulfill that role for you, then the arrangement works, because marriage is an arrangement. Now, why I say it's prostitution is because whilst it's not necessarily on the surface, you're fucking for a transactional exchange, there's something that you're fucking for.
But then there's the basis of a relationship. I guess the reason why prostitution is because it's just it's sexual, it's nothing but sex. So you get the sex, you go. Whereas a marriage, to even get to the marriage, there would have been a build of a relationship, friendship, gone through a few things, families involved. Maybe you might even have kids now. So I think that's why people would be the
people wouldn't understand that. And why I'm fascinated by that is because what people really miss out on in that conversation and in their opposition to the idea of marriage being a form of sex work is, once you stop being able to render that service to the man, he leaves you. So for example, I've seen countless situations where upkeep And the man understands and believes that if he continues to fulfill that role for you, then the arrangement works, because marriage is an arrangement. Now, why I say it's prostitution is because the woman has gained weight after having children, and the man has decided he doesn't want to be with her anymore because either her libido has lowered, so she's no longer interested in having sex. She doesn't feel good about herself. She doesn't want to have sex. So that man moves on. Or the woman becomes disabled or becomes sick and needs long-term care from her husband. And he leaves because he can't be asked and he doesn't want to do that. And he can't have sex with her anymore.
All right, so I kind of agree and I disagree with what she's saying. I agree, I guess, in today's society, or why people get married, or how social media is promoting marriage, or why people should get married. Do I kind of agree with what she's saying? Yeah, I agree with her. If that's why you're getting married, if you get married because of those things, then yeah, I absolutely do agree with what she's saying. But at the same time, I'm gonna sit here and say I disagree, because just for the reason, if you actually get married for love, all that shit she just said wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't make a difference. And yeah, I don't think it would be true. I don't necessarily think it's true if you actually love people, if you actually love the person that you get married to. I think just realistically, I think it just depends on why you are married. So I guess, like I said, if you couldn't hear what she was saying, but she basically was sitting here saying she compares marriage to sex work. But like I said, I think that's only if you don't actually love your partner. I think that's only if y'all are not actually in love with one another. So that's the only way I kind of agree with that one. Hold on.
Oh, I need some money. So as long as he constantly giving me money, I'm good.
How about him actually giving time to his child? Isn't that worth more than money? He has to pay to be a father?
I mean, I feel like if he don't give money, or everything else irrelevant. It don't even matter how much time you give. If he ain't giving the money, then at that point, to me, you a deadbeat.
Somewhere in the world, Child Protective Services, foster homes all over America. Them kids want a daddy. They don't care how much money he comes with, if they got the PS5 or not. Just the fact that having a father to love them, those kids want their daddy. Now, this woman is here saying that if this man doesn't fork over some money, now all of a sudden he's a deadbeat. I'm going to pray for this woman, ladies and gentlemen. We need to pray for women like this so they can see the way. Lord Jesus, please.
All that stuff is irrelevant. He can show up to doctor's appointments, school conferences, all of that stuff. If he is not handing out no money, he is a deadbeat. And that goes for every man.
Departments are irrelevant. Camelot, Four Seasons are all places where you can apply. Ma'am, the fact that you have a man that is willing to be a father, willing to be a husband, and you have these petty reasons on why he's not good enough for you, it baffles me. It's extremely triggering to us that a nigga got all the answers right on the test, and you still gave him an L. Back to the apartments with that delusional shit.
Like I told y'all, so you know, I had to after that, I gotta sit here and play my second favorite thing on the net. He's number 2 and number 1. My favorite slot at least once a week. I gotta play a clip from their show. It is absolutely what was my red bubble joint of the week? Come on, where the hell is it at? Oh, here we go.
What's the most spontaneous thing that you've done that you shouldn't have done, but it was fun?
Flew somebody out on their period.
Oh, what?
Never again.
Again, like I said, though, I love this show. What?
He did what?
He flew a girl out on her period.
I mean, I get it.
What you mean you get what? Ain't no way in hell I'm signing up for that. Nigga, that's crash.
But if she's still gonna give it up though,
I mean, I guess.
I mean, some people don't. That shit don't change.
Come on, Justin Fields, lock this one up real quick. I do. Go ahead. What you about to say?
Yeah, some people that shit don't change. So I mean, I don't know. That's a. Yeah. And she told you that she on. Jeez.
I just real quick, because just as a sidebar. Hopefully, God willing, the Steelers pull this game off and they end up beating the Cowboys. What quarter is this? The third. Yeah. Third quarter, they up 10-6. I just, because I do want to kind of just sidebar. Do you think realistically, if he pulled this off and they're going to be 4-1 after, if they win this game, it'll be 4-1, right? Do you still here have, like, I guess my question would be for you. Do you look or listen to sports media a little bit different, the way they kind of just pushed and kicked him out of, like, they almost made it seem like this nigga was like he was just no good, like he was just a waste of space and a waste of time, like he shouldn't even, damn near almost like he shouldn't even be in the NFL no more.
No, I don't. But see, that's the thing. Even like when we had that talk the other day when I told you about how Kirk Cousins, like No, he still puts up.
Yeah,
numbers.
no, I gotta go ahead. Say what you about to say.
He still puts up numbers, like, and that's why I say, even with Justin Fields, I feel like he probably just in the wrong system, and now he's in a winning organization where they showing him, he got a brighter future. And sometimes it's just like I said, and look at Baker Mayfield. That's a lot of quarterbacks out there. Once they go somewhere else, they find their
yeah, no, I agree. No, I get what you're saying, but I think sometimes where it's just I feel like the media picks and choose which niggas they gonna pile on. Because let's be clear, like I know you don't be listening to a lot of them shows, and I do, but like I haven't heard nobody say nothing bad about Trevor Lawrence, bro. The Jaguars are dog shit this season. I think they just won their first game today, or maybe it was their first game, and that was the first game, and the coach ain't even had. I don't even remember if the fucking quarterback came back and played this week. So it's just my whole point, and they still barely beat the Colts. So that's my point. Is just like, but you pick and choose like who they sit here and big up and who they'll sit here and trash. Like I hate that shit because it just to me it just be like, bro. Because I agree with what you're saying. Like, shit, shout out to Kirk Cousins. This nigga had 500 yards. Oh, that's some video game shit. The niggas don't throw for 500 yards in the NFL. Like, that's literally some shit you will see on a Saturday. One of them big name colleges playing a small team. Bro, he sit here and threw for 500 yards. Nigga, that's crazy. Yeah. Nigga, like, come on, dog. Like, again, shout out to Kirk Cousins, because I'm not gonna lie to you. I ain't a Kirk Cousins hater. I just want to see Michael Penix.
And he did it on primetime.
I just want to see Michael Penix Jr. get his shot, but Kirk Cousins, the way Kirk Cousins playing right now, Michael Penix Jr. ain't about to get off that bench no time soon. But
that's another part. Like, do you look at how Minnesota let him go, and then now like he is winning in Atlanta, and so is Minnesota. So I think it's just the media is there for a reason, and I'm pretty sure somebody put that out there, and everybody else just ran with it. So I mean, you can't fault them for putting it out there. Somebody put it out there, and then people believed it and kept going with it.
Yeah, that shit crazy though. I hate that shit. I want to play this clip of Carmen and Jennifer Hudson, and then I kind of want to get my take after I play this, and then we can get ready to get in the power or something.
You've been even out there talking about marriage, Karen. What's that about? I mean, I just happened to notice that.
You know what? You told me a quote that your mother said, "A man knows what he wants." And I was saying my true feelings about. Listen, Jennifer is the person. If I should be married, it will be to Jennifer Kate Hudson. I was just being honest.
My mother was right. I think if she had met you, she said, I don't know about the rest of them, but that comment is all right with me. That's what she would say. I heard you've been even out there talking about.
So my only thing is, and I heard him say this on the Breakfast Club, how many times can he get that line off? Because it's just like, you can't keep saying, if I was to get married, like how you can't, that shit just sound crazy to me. Like, if I was to get married, what you mean if you was to get married? Like, nigga, do you want to get married or you don't? What are you saying? If you was to get married, I would marry Jennifer Hudson. Like, no, nigga, do you want to get married? Or you keep saying if. Like, nigga, how old? You fucking in your 50s, dog. What the fuck you saying? What's the if? How many more years you think you got on earth? You talking about if.
I think you can keep getting it off. Ain't nobody really put no pressure on you. They ain't gonna keep using it. Because didn't he say the same thing with Tiffany Haddish?
Fuck no. And I think, and you know the
crazy. I thought he.
Nah, he ain't never say he was gonna marry no goddamn Tiffany Haddish.
No,
Hell no. Shout out to Common though. Now, y'all talking about snipers, and you talking about niggas who real life be knocking shit down. Dog, Common be knocking shit down, dog. He is a real, Common is a different type of demon. And real quick, just because it's something that I know I won't never participate in, but starting next year, diners in California will have cannabis smoking restaurants where you can smoke weed in the inside the restaurant, and it's called cannabis cafes. Do you think? I guess what's your thoughts on it? I mean, I know
that's cool. I mean, they got restaurants now where it's kind of those ones kind of the food is made out of weed, but actually smoke. I mean, shit, you're gonna make a killing out there, especially if you selling it and the motherfuckers gonna be eating like shit.
Yeah, I ain't thinking about that part. Yeah, you brought it up. You know what's so crazy? I should have played this clip early. I wasn't even thinking when I talked about the Young Dolph stuff again. I'm gonna play this clip of Angela Simmons, and she was talking about how her son started to ask questions about his dad passing away.
And she's like, I'm gonna give you a heads up. He's asking how his dad got murdered. And I'm like,
oh my gosh.
What? So he gets on the phone and he's bawling. He's like, I don't know why he's not here, but why would somebody shoot him? And then next thing you know, the next day he's like, someone murdered him. And I'm like, what are you looking at, baby? I'm like, you can't look online because there's too much online. I don't know what you're even feeding, but I just hated that the internet told my son before I can tell him.
That is so annoying.
Man,
Sorry
I
to
was
be cursed
so,
like that,
but I
that
was
gets out of
so
line.
bothered because he got the story and the narrative from online before I could even like sit him down and have that conversation. Because you know what? At 2 and 3, he was asking me like, what happened to my dad? And I was to say like a bad guy did something bad to him. You know, like I didn't like, how do you tell a kid that's 3 that what happened? You know, and he just kept asking and he would ask his grandmother separately and other people like, so what happened? Like what? And he's only 3. So you got to imagine 3, 4-year-old asking these questions, but we're like, he's not ready to hear this.
Yeah, he's not able to process it. You know what I mean? That's the thing with the internet. The access is good, but then you have access to stuff that your mind mentally can't really metabolize.
He calls me and she's like,
so I mean, to me, the crazy thing is, I guess, and what is the age that you tell? Because how does he know how to look it up? Because I can't, like, sometimes when people blame stuff on the internet, like how, like,
you hear people talk. You hear people talk about it. And I mean, especially now this day and age, everybody got Siri's. Siri, where's, you know, like you could just talk into it and Siri will, you know, pull it up.
I want to kind of know how old is her son now. Like, I get, because she's saying that he was at 3 and you kind of was like, I get it. Like at 3, I'm surprised that he was even asking those questions at 3, but I'm just like now.
I mean, especially when you get used to seeing somebody all the time and you don't see them no more. So then it's like, okay, well, you don't know how to process it. So of course you're going to be like, oh, well, damn. You know,
yeah, but I guess my only pushback to her would be like, you can't blame it on the internet and saying that the internet that the internet was the reason that he found out, like the internet kind of spoiled it for you, when you could have kind of realistically, you could have just went on there and you could have told him beforehand. Like you didn't have to wait until the internet to tell him. Like you dragged your feet and allowed the internet to tell him. Like I don't agree with that.
But even if I had the conversation, yeah, he's gone, he's passed away. But the whole he was shot, he was killed. You know what I'm saying? Like that's more. You know what I'm saying? Like okay, I didn't tell you I didn't go into detail with it, but I just told you, he's no longer here with us. But then the whole he got shot, what he got shot for. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the tricky bar right there, because I didn't tell him all that.
Let me play this little other clip.
And if another man pays to get my hair, toes, and nails done.
Like you was there, and like when you got there, man was just like, oh, let me get it, like that.
No. They hit me up online and said, you know what? Let me know next time you want to get your hair, toes, and nails done. I got you. Send me your cash app. I said, cool.
You didn't go with him? I mean, he didn't go with you?
Now he sent me $550.
He sent you $550?
Yeah. I went and got my hair, toes, and nails done, and then I texted him a photo, and he said I was looking good.
You sent them a picture of both our feet?
No, my hair.
And our hairs? $550, that's enough for both of us, girl.
I know I'm doing it right, man.
Yeah, no, that ain't cheating. Okay. Is it cheating if one of my students brought a basket for me with all my favorite stuff in it, but their single mother got it for me and left a note in there saying, like, anytime you need any of these things, just let me know. And I basically told her, like, just send me one of these a week.
So you got a subscription with a single mother that's looking for a stepdaddy?
No.
Stop playing with me. No, stop playing
with
me.
My daughter just need guidance. That's it.
I'm about to, my hand's gonna guide you out this world. Don't play with me, sir. Yes, it's cheating.
Okay.
Next question.
Okay.
And it better not do this too.
Okay.
Is it cheating if the guy at my favorite restaurant pays for my meal every time I go, and this last time he got me Chris Brown tickets?
You broke?
What you mean?
Why this man paying for your food?
Because he being nice.
Do I not pay for your food enough?
Not when I'm by myself.
So why you want another man to pay for your food?
I didn't ask for it.
Wait, and he got you what?
Chris Brown tickets.
Haley, do you know what?
I'm about to go see Chris Brown.
No, you're not going to see nobody. Do you not know what comes with that? He asking for something and you ain't getting it. I'm telling you not, because he gonna want Chris Brown photos with him off. No, my wife ain't about to owe no man nothing.
It's Chris Brown.
Hey, I don't care who it is. All right, this is just for the video. All right. Is it cheating if a single content creator hits us up in our DM and they want to collab with us, except they only want to collab with me?
How do they hit up a couples page, say they want to collab with us, but they only want to collab with the husband from the couples page?
Because they want to do like the dancing ones, like where it's just 2 people, like a male and a female, and they just want to like
Does this happen?
No.
Is this real?
No.
What do you think the answer is, sir?
That's what I'm asking you. Like,
why is somebody single asking to do anything with my husband? Unless they're trying to get hurt.
so the answer no. So I can't do. I can't.
Don't play with me.
It's a joke. Is it cheating? It's cheating. She said it's cheating.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna get two people messed up in here.
Okay.
Hey, I just had to play that. That shit is funny. I got one more, Joe. Before we get into power, I just got this last thing.
Bro, on God, bro. Being streamer, being the Asian, being like right beside black streamer, bro, it's so hard to not to say the N-word, bro. Like, bro, imagine saying the N-word and your whole career is gone, bro. Like, it's how hard, you know how hard is that, bro? Being a streamer, this is the hard part, bro. If you're not black, bro, this is the hardest part of all the time, bro. Like, bro, imagine you say the word, your whole career is gone, bro. Like, you gone, bro. You feel me? Like, how the fuck? Like, and it's a live stream. You cannot delete. You cannot edit. You feel me?
I don't even know why that's funny, but that shit is funny to me. Let's get into power. Of course, this is the final and last episode. I don't necessarily know if it's over for power completely because they did have a hashtag at the end that said power. Power never ends. But I do want to play this clip of this dude because I did mention him last week. I like the way he do some of his recaps. I do want to play this real quick and then we can get into it.
Power Book 2, man, for real. Because it's a lot to unpack and it's a lot that we need to discuss. So let's go ahead, strap in, let's get this shit going. For starters, I really do not like the way that the writers keep making Tariq treat Brayden. But that man has been down with you from day damn one. And yes, he's done a lot of stupid shit, but nigga, so have you. Every single time you do something to get yourself fucked up, Brayden is always right there to handle shit with you. At the end of the day, Brayden is the reason why Carter got arrested. He's the one who swerved his car into his and crashed him and made y'all lock him up. Brayden also saved your ass at the end of season 3 when the Tejadas, Effie, and Noma all betrayed you and had you cornered. Now, in my last video, I said that if we're going to discuss the future of power, we need to discuss Power Book 4 Force as well. And here's what I mean. Joseph Sikora, who plays Tommy, gave us the warning about what was going to happen months ago, but a lot of people didn't catch it because when he announced that season 3 of Force was going to be the last one, he said these words.
And make this the final chapter in Tommy's journey in Chicago. But don't worry, Tommy's journey is far from over with.
Now, peep how he said this is the end of Tommy's journey in Chicago and that they have other things planned. But check this out too, though.
Because ghosts never die. And power never ends.
And at the end of Power Book 2, the little post-credit Marvel Cinematic shit said, power never ends. Then Tariq got a phone call and said this.
Come on, we family for life.
So who could he be referring to when he says we'll always be family? And what could Tommy be referring to when he said that this is the end of Tommy's journey in Chicago? So this has me wondering, is Tommy coming back to New York? And if so, are we going to see another power chapter with Tommy in New York and Tariq with Effie and with Diana being the new Monet? Now look, these are all just theories. I'm just connecting the dots, you know what I'm saying? Now, if they do another Power series, it's going to be called Power Book 5. Even though they got the Power Origins coming out, I read somewhere that Power Origins is going to be literally just called Power Origins. It's not going to be a book. I also feel like Power Origins could be introduced through Raising Kanan. Like whoever going to be the young Ghost and Tommy, we may see them at the end of Raising Kanan, and then when Raising Kanan ends, then we'll go into Power Origins. All I know is the universe is definitely opening up some more. There's going to be another Power spinoff. It's way too much evidence leading to it, but whatever does happen is definitely going to involve Tariq and Tommy. But that's what I think. Y'all holler at me in the comments and tell me what you think. The way that show ended left everybody with a huge what the fuck and got us all scrambling trying to figure out what's going to happen. So y'all holler at me in the comments and see if we can figure this shit out together. All right, let's talk about.
All right, so of course, like I said, the last and final episode of Power Book 2, it happened and it went out with a bang. I'm not gonna lie to you. To me, the biggest, oh my God, I can't believe this just happened, was Diana smoking Noma's daughter. I'm not gonna lie, I did not see that shit coming. And Diana was such a demon after she did it. I couldn't believe that shit because they were supposed to go put a hit. Like, it was a clear shot for Diana to smoke Noma right then and there. And she said, fuck that, I'm gonna kill her daughter. Now you know how I feel. I was like, damn, Diana, that may have literally been the most gangster kill the entire season. Like, that one was so vicious because it was like, bro, it came out of nowhere and she did it out of pure hate. Like, she did that shit and was saying, yeah, now you can know how I feel. Like, that hurt and that pain that I feel losing my mom, that you feel that way about losing your daughter. So shout out to Diana. That was probably realistically, to me, the most vicious, violent junk out of all of it. And it kind of did give you that feeling because when she was having that flashback and her face started twitching up when she was in front of the dinner table, it was kind of like, damn, because you just got to think about it. And the reason what make it so crazy and it kind of make it tight at the same time, because for so long, she never wanted to be a part of the business. So to see how this season is ending where it's like, all right, Drew kind of like, bro, after this funeral, I'm gone. I'm going to Paris. I'm going to take this class or whatever the case may be. I'm going to pursue my dreams. And then she kind of like, chase your dreams, nigga. What about the family business? And the biggest thing to me was like, oh, get the fuck out of here. I can't believe you just did that sucker shit. Was Effie giving Kane her bread. Like, what? Like, what type of simp ass shit was that? Like, come on, dog. You gave that nigga he needed a whole big bag of money to start his life over. Like, why you couldn't get this nigga like 10 bands or something and keep it moving? You gave this nigga a whole goddamn duffel bag full of money. Like, come on, what the fuck are we doing?
That's your girl.
Yeah, that one was like, nah, dog. You can't. You got to sit here and start back. You listen. You got to start back from square one, and you back up under Tariq. Like, what the? Like, come on, dog. Nah, that one ain't gonna fly though. But like I said, it was just that. The only thing that blew me, and I guess the other thing that blew me on that episode was like, why they just didn't kill Carter? Like him going to jail ain't enough for me. Like he deserved. Like nigga, come on, you should have killed that nigga. But I do like the way that they kind of did it and they kind of lined him up.
But what did Drew say? He gonna get taken care of, I guess, in the inside more than, you know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, of course, because he got people in jail who probably want his head or whatever the case may be too. I mean, I get that part, but my only thing would have been just like, maybe because I'm just like, bro, if this was anybody else if this was like, maybe because I'm just thinking, I'm comparing it like, if this was Tommy and Ghost, they would have killed him.
Yeah, but then you gotta think about it. Then now I'm really gonna have the heat on me if he ended up dead.
Or to me, the tight thing would have been, why not sit here and let fucking what's my man name? What's Lorenz Tape? Like, why not let him kill him? Like, I'm surprised Tariq never called up Lorenz Tape. That's why I kept thinking like, damn, all
I
right.
thought that's who was gonna come out the back. Out the instead of the cop. I didn't think the other cop was.
Yeah, to me that to me would have been tighter. That would have been more tight. If you would have sit here and if you would have had Tariq, if you would have had Lorenz Tape come and take care of him, that kind of would have been like, all right, cool. I like the way that ended because just him getting locked up. I was just kind of like, oh, come on, dog. Y'all could have did a better one than that one. What else? It was just shit. Even Kane though, sitting here kind of looking out for Diana and them. I like that. I kind of like him taking up him being the big brother. Or is he older than Drew? Yeah, I think he is older than Drew. No, he's not older than Drew. But just him still acting like the bigger brother, kind of just taking the role of sitting here and say, I'm still get it done. And I like the matter of fact that they sit here and made sure that they killed Noma. Like, it was cool. I liked it. I really liked that episode. Episode 10 was a good episode. I like the way it ended. I like the Method Man character still alive. I do kind of wonder, are they going?
That's that shit, boy.
But I do. The way how he finessed. Yeah, I like the way he finessed that one. I do like how he did that and got his lore jump, and that's what made it kind of like, damn. All right, they maybe still come back with another season after they done with the Tommy thing. But I guess my only thing with looking at that was kind of just like, because even when I'm watching
didn't close nothing.
No, yeah, you didn't close nothing. You literally left everything like wide open, like you like literally. And then even just Noma brother, it's like, damn, this nigga just they smoked you. Well, I mean, he didn't do it, but still, like your fucking sister got smoking, you still coming back to New York to do business with niggas? Like that one to me is kind of a little bit crazy. But I kind of what made me think, well, even can I just kept looking at Tariq character and I'm kind of like, damn, what else could I see him playing in? Because he's just like, I guess that's the gift and the curse of being an actor on such a big show. I'm not saying that you can't, because of course Will Smith, Martin, and Jamie Foxx, all of them have been, I mean, but I guess they played themselves, so it was a little bit different. But it's just like, I don't know, like, though, I feel like that Tariq role is so iconic. I don't necessarily know what else could he play in. Like when I was watching this, I'm like, damn, if this really over and there's no more powers, like, damn, what the fuck can Tariq play in next?
He can make an appearance. I feel
like on what though? Like what else would what that's what I'm saying. What in your mind could you sit here and see? Like if you could just be like, it don't have to be a show that's on right now, but like just even if you just thinking out loud, like what would be the next show that you think you could see Tariq playing in? Like what character could he be? Like he didn't play Tariq so well. I just can't see him. I don't know what else could he be in. Like you can see Effie, I can see everybody else on that show going to another show and being somebody else. Like you can see them being somebody like, I mean, of course, Kane was already Bobby Brown or something else. Like so, but
that's what I'm saying. Tyreek has done other stuff, but like you said,
but this is his signature jump
because he did it so long. But I mean, shit, he could have been on The Shy.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like there's a couple of shows that he could have fit in. Just you know what I'm saying. Not
But
necessarily
I agree with the Shy because I feel like that's the age group of people that he kind of like. Maybe because he still looks so young. He looks young. Like he don't got a bunch of facial hair. He don't have an old face. Like for somebody like Kane, like he kind of look older. Like his character can play a older person, so it look just a little bit different. Like even with Drew looked like he could have played on fucking P Valley or he could have played on Empire. Like Diana could still like, or even Effie can go play on some little Spanish shit, or she could be she can even be a fucking girlfriend on BMF or something. Like probably even the same for Diana, but it's just still for like Tyreek because he's Tyreek. I feel like Braden could fucking easily go play. Like I could see Braden. Braden could have easily been right now. He could have been on he could be in the Aaron Hernandez joint. Like he could be just some random tight end or kicker on a college football team on shit. You can fucking, and I ain't even gonna lie, Braden probably could even play on
probably can put Tyreek in All American.
I was about to say I could see Braden being on All American. I don't know about Tyreek because it's just like, I don't know, dog. That one to me is kind of hard. Like that one, that is kind of, I guess, the trickiest thing. One of the things else I can say that I liked about that last episode, it was like they let everybody really get into their acting bag. Like I don't know if you kind of paid attention to that. Like every character had their moment where they kind of really just got like super deep and super like they just got a real like even that when Tariq and Noma's daughter was in the car together and they was kind of really just like getting super like so like, oh, do we ever really get a chance to live our own life if they don't give us an option? Like they all had like this little speech or this little touching moment. All of them had one of those little touching moments. Everybody had one, even if it was fucking Effie and Kane at the end when she giving him the money, or when she stopped him when they was at the little joint and he was like, man, I don't want to love, I don't want to care about nobody else. And then she stopped him like, no, you don't really mean that. Like everybody had their little moments from like even Diana, even Drew, like everybody, or shit, even Tariq. Tariq had a couple of them Jones. Like he had his moment with Shorty in the car. Then he had his moment with Carter when he's sitting here reading off his Jones. Like I felt like everybody got a chance to get to show how much a good of an actor they were throughout this episode. Like everybody before their character did whatever major thing that they had coming up, they got an opportunity to kind of show their acting skills. So it was kind of like, okay, if this is the last time you actually see us on TV, here goes my shit, here go my resume right here. Like, let me show you that I can really be a real actor. Let me get in depth in my bag and really sit here and put on a clinic. And I feel like all of them put on a great acting thing. Like they all had their little moments of shit. Even at the end with Braden and fucking Tariq, like I feel like they all did a great job. I feel like that episode 10 was a good job because I mean, like the bad guys that we kind of wanted to be over for, it was over for them. Like we kind of like that was cool. Like, all right, we got to see Noma get killed. Like, all right, cool. Like that was kind of like the justice. And I even just like, even when they had Lil Durk character come back in the show, and of course that was going viral and people was trolling Durk like, oh, you could tell this nigga. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes you see some stuff that just be so dumb on the internet, and then I kind of be like, damn, now I be understanding when like Marcus be like, it's just the internet. Like some shit be just be like, all right, bro, y'all just be dragging it and just saying anything. Like, come on, dog. Like, what? All right, whatever. Like I can't even be, but then I get it. But like even for Durk, he played into it. He was like, and that's when he promoted, his new song, like We Slide for Monet or whatever the case may be. And Durk did put out a new song. I like that new song that he did put out on Friday. Yeah, Monetize. I did like that song he put out. So I mean, like I said, that joint was a good episode. I like episode 10 a lot. I like episode 10 probably. Shit, that might have been one of my. Shit, that probably was the best episode since the break when they took that little break. That might have been the best episode since they came back off that break.
Of this season.
Yeah, of this season. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much it. I do. Yeah, I'm probably start coming back in here with Bel Air. I think I can't even remember what I gotta look. I think I'm on like episode 6 with Bel Air. I just haven't. I ain't really got locked in like I need to. Like I did at first, and then I kind of just fell off. I'm not gonna lie to you. One thing I can sit here and say, bro, video games that shit can get addictive. So it kind of easily get sidetracked off of just watching TV if it's the option between that and playing a fucking game. So yeah, I gotta finish Bel Air so I can come in here with some Bel Air takes because I do feel like this season of Bel Air was a good joint. I just really needed to finish it up and lock in and get into it for real. But like I said, that last episode of Power, that shit was tight to me. I can't complain, and I think it even ends to the point where it's not like it have you like because normally it'll have you geeking for another episode. Like, damn, what's the next episode? Like, this one kind of, it just end clean. So I'm not geeking for another episode even like that. So if nothing never comes back, you won't be mad. But at the same time, it just didn't, and it kind of didn't even leave you for more. Like, I'm not even fiending for more right now. Like, normally the end of any of these 50 Cent shows, they're always like, damn, I can't wait the next season. Like, this one it was a clean ending. Like, I'm not even geeking for next season. So like I said, I mean, that was Power episode 10, the season finale. I don't necessarily know what else. I'm trying to feel like what else I got on my docket that I haven't played that I need to play. I feel like I played everything. I feel like this was kind of one of them slow weeks.
Police arrested a man who they say tried to sexually assault a stroke patient at Grady Memorial Hospital. The man told police he was high on crack. Channel 2's Michael Seiden is live outside Grady working to find out how the man got past security, Michael.
And Linda, as soon as I found out about what happened inside Grady, I immediately reached out to hospital officials trying to find out how could something like this happen and what security measures are now in place to prevent anything like this from happening again. They declined to answer those questions, citing the ongoing investigation. But I can tell you tonight, talking to former patients and people who have loved ones there, they are upset and they're demanding answers.
I'm a woman. That's terrifying. Nobody should be able to just walk in like that and go anywhere. That's not right.
Terrifying and shocking. Those are just some of the words that these two women used to describe the attempted sexual assault that Atlanta police say happened last Friday inside a patient's room at Grady Memorial Hospital.
So my question is, where was security?
APD says this man, 24-year-old Shaman Pierce, walked into Grady on Friday afternoon, then hopped onto an elevator where he started smoking his crack pipe in front of several nurses. The nurses reported what happened to security, but that's when police say Pierce slipped into the room of a 47-year-old woman who was recovering after suffering a stroke. When the patient woke up, witnesses say she found Pierce naked and on top of her, and as she tried to fight him off, the two fell to the floor. One of the nurses heard the fall and rushed into the room where she found Pierce attempting to sexually assault the patient. Pierce managed to escape from the room, and surveillance video recorded him hiding in a hospital trash can where he put on a used hospital gown, then ran from the building until police arrested him under a bridge. Now, I've reached out to Grady because I want to know how this could have happened, especially when the hospital has its own security team. I've also asked if they've implemented any new security measures that could help prevent this from happening again. But a spokesperson declined to answer my questions, citing the ongoing criminal investigation. Do you think that Grady should answer to this?
100%. That happened in your building. That's your responsibility. Your patient safety is your job.
All right, so get this, on the same day as that attack, we also learned that an accused killer actually escaped from Grady. In fact, at this moment, he remains on the run. I reached out to Grady. They told me, spokesperson, the arresting law enforcement agency's responsibility is to watch the inmate. We've learned that the suspect was under the custody of the Atlanta City Detention Center when he is.
I just wanted to play that clip just to constantly remind y'all, make sure you, one, just pray before you walk out of the house. This world is crazy, and make sure, again, you check on your family and friends, especially the older people in your family, because, I mean, of course, I'm not saying that this woman was super old or nothing, but just leaving your family members in the care of hospitals or this hospice, whatever the things is called for older people, you got to kind of just double check on some of that stuff, because some of these people, like, man, this shit was in the hospital. Like, this, like, literally, a lady was having a stroke. She laid up in a hospital, and a fucking crackhead just come up in her room and damn near almost rape her. Like, that shit is crazy. So again, like I said, thoughts and prayers out to that lady, but again, just double check on your family, make sure that, you know what I'm saying, like, don't just brush everything off into just allowing them to kind of just got to go to the hospital and deal with all that stuff on their own. Like I said, we dropping 2 episodes this week, so I mean, of course, this will be the regular Tuesday, John, and then whenever Marcus get a chance to edit the other one, that one to be out also this week. So you get 2 episodes this week. So again, we appreciate y'all. Like and share. Before we roll, but before we get out of here, do you got any early NBA predictions? Do you like who you think? Well, I mean, of course, just anybody, any teams you think that's gonna make maybe a jump, or player that may make a jump that people may be sleeping on. If you ain't got one right now at the top of your head, we can come back next week, because the season's still like we still like 2 weeks, 3 weeks out.
No, a week.
A week? How what you mean? When the season start? I thought it started like Halloween week.
Nah, before then. It's like 19 or something like that.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right. Well, I mean, if you ain't got nothing off the top of your head, we can do it next week. I mean, because it won't stop by the time the next time we record. So, I mean, that's cool. Like I said, we here each and every Tuesday. Yeah, I'll let y'all next Tuesday. Like I said, it'll be 2 episodes out this week. So like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell another friend.
Archer Podcast.